You can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
710 ESPN.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Hey! Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Straighten your hips. Yeah.
2 birthday shows in a row.
There we go.
Heck
We
yeah.
had
Love it.
Friday's birthday was Emily, and today, happy birthday, DeMarco.
Thank you very much, good man.
Yeah.
54, baby.
54.
Rock and rolling at 54.
Your LIV. LIV. It's 54.
Yeah, that is Roman numeral, LIV.
Oh, my God.
You're
I
live
am
years
alive
old.
today. Yes, sir.
You are live years
Love it.
old.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you very mucho.
You got
Thank
plans?
We partied all weekend. We had a lot of fun.
You pre-birthday.
Yeah, we pre-birthday.
Okay.
Since the birthday's on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a lot over the weekend.
What'd you do?
We had some fun.
Did you throw it over the fence?
We did not throw it over the fence too far.
Too far, right.
Too
I
far.
was leaving that part out. I love that expression.
That fish and chip spot we went to where the guy handed me the Belgian dark,
yeah.
it was, 11%, where he went out and bought a case.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so we barbecued, we had fun, we kicked it. We watched a lot of, we watched wrestling, UFC. It was just like a DeMarco weekend. It was awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, the kids were having fun with their iPads.
How
the
many of
wives
those
were bothering them?
11% Belgian beers did you take down? Because that's a commitment.
I got through my 6-pack.
Oh.
Yeah, I got through my 6-pack.
That's a lot of 11% beer.
It's not that bad. Is it really that bad? Maybe I got an issue, Travis.
Look, I'm not going to front.
Hold on.
I'm not going to pretend that I haven't sat and drank 6 beers. Of course I have.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if I've had 6, 11, because that's like drinking 12 or 13 beers.
Okay.
Just as far as the alcohol content.
It may be that.
Maybe even 15.
It may be that Seattle education.
Oh, yeah.
Or that St. Louis postgraduate education.
Yeah, your doctorate.
Because they can get hammered out there. So, yeah, it was fun. We
That's
kicked
cool.
it, had a great time, got into a little bit of a dust-up. I got a question for you.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't stand bullies. You know this, right?
I do.
So the little track I walk on, there's a bunch of octogenarians
When
out
you
there.
say, is it actual like track or is it just like a loop through a park?
It's a loop around the park.
Okay.
It's about a quarter mile, maybe just a little over.
Got it.
So a lot of Travis's peers.
Dang.
Why do you think I picked it number 2 in the draft last
Could not
Friday?
wait.
The things that she likes to do. Call me
not
old.
wait.
Second round draft choice.
So we go, and I told you, sometimes I got a pet peeve. Somebody goes
The wrong way.
Right, but
Yeah.
that's rare. So this time there was this little dude, young dude, and he drives. So, but he's, I'd say 20 and down.
Okay. This is this morning?
This was on Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
I'm trying to make up for Friday night.
Oh,
so I got to get
that's
out and
a
walk.
rough walk.
You know what I'm saying? I got
I
to get out and
do.
walk.
I do.
So I'm out there walking, and it's early, and it's all the same people. I know them, wave as we go by, all that type of stuff. And this dude, this kid, is out there on one of those e-scooters.
Yeah.
And it's a big ass sign that says no scooters, no bikes, no this, no that. I know he saw it.
Of course.
I saw him.
He
when
didn't care.
Didn't care at all. Now, he's riding this thing in between all these old people. I can't stand bullies. The reason you're doing it is because they can't stop you.
Yeah.
So, of course, I go into Batman mode. It's up to me to stop you. So
Okay.
he comes behind me. I give him the look and say, bro, you got to get that thing out
So
of here.
he's approaching you from behind.
From behind.
Okay.
And I don't want to be thinking about this dude
and
as
you
I'm
turned
walking.
around and said,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. I'm like, if he comes around here, I'm going to say something. So I did. I said, bro, you cannot have that thing out here. And he goes, I'm going slow. I said, that's not the point.
it doesn't say you can't ride it if you're not going
Yes,
slow.
there's a sign right there. It
Right.
says you cannot ride that thing in here. Plus, there's all these old people. Where's your respect? You know, so he rides on, and then he says something slick, way over there. right? So I close the distance. I do, because he's leaving the park. So I close the distance, go over this little hill. What did you say? Like, say it right here. Like, if you got guts, you want to say it right there. So he goes, "You gonna hit me, man?" I'm like, "I might." And he goes, he reaches in his pocket,
Gets his phone,
and pulls out a pink phone. I'm done. That's it.
What? Can you tell me what he said?
No, I can't tell you what he said. But he tried to get a rise out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, let's talk about this thing.
Yeah.
You gonna hit me? Well, I might, depending on what you do next.
What happens from here?
Right. And then he pulled out the pink phone, and I'm like, this is a stupid kid.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't have this thing in here. Don't ride it in here.
So here's the...
I'm going slow. Well, if you come up
That's
behind
not
me
the
again,
point.
I'm going to spin around and clothesline you.
The point isn't, are you going slow? The point is, you're going to clip an old man or an old lady who could get hurt.
Somebody's going to dodge the wrong way.
Right.
Somebody's going to get hurt. You're going to be in court saying, "I didn't mean for it to happen."
Right. So here's the question. Will you see him on that scooter in that park again, or did you scare him enough to where he's like, I don't need the heat coming from that guy. I'll just go somewhere else.
I've seen his car a lot there.
Is he a local resident?
I don't think he lives there. I think he may be dating a girl that lives there.
Okay.
So he's there in that park a lot, and I'm there at 4:30 sometimes, and he's parked in the park.
In the morning?
In the morning, and he hangs around the park a lot, and he's well-dressed kid. I don't know. I have no idea, but I've seen him a lot, so now I'm kind of paranoid. I got to watch out for this kid just to make sure.
Yeah.
He's not looking for some get back.
Yeah. Will you say something to him again if you see him again? Like
probably not.
Yeah, just
no.
Well,
only if you have the e-bike.
His move.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good. Once you left the park or got off the thing, I'm cool. I've got no issue with you.
I'm gonna.
But the pink phone
describe
threw me
this
off.
person. You said he's about 20.
Yeah.
Is big, small, medium, average, heavy, skinny? What are we talking about?
He was on the e-bike, and it was one of those heavy-duty ones, the
Okay.
bigger ones,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ones that go fast. And he was about maybe a little bit over my head.
So not a small person.
Well, on the e-bike he was.
Yeah, okay.
So I bet if he stepped off, it's like a hockey player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he looks about 6'5". He steps off, he's like 5'9". So I don't know. I mean, but he's young. He's a young, fresh-faced kid.
He's dummy.
That's what I'm
He's
saying,
a dummy.
you moron.
Yeah, that's one of those you hope that by the time he got in his car, rode his scooter back to wherever it is he's launching his scooter from, he's like, yeah, I might have gotten away with one right there. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Well, I hope he went back and got his daddy. He disrespected me. Well, let me tell him, your father, what you just did and see what he does.
No.
You moron. There's old people out here walking slow.
Yeah, I'm with you. As a fellow old walker in the park, I do not need the scooters.
No, right.
Yeah.
And he's going to keep doing it because they weren't going to say a word to him.
Well, the other one, too, is when they got the e-bikes or the scooters, and there's a bike lane on the street right next to the sidewalk, and they're still tearing down the sidewalk.
Right.
Like, just go right there.
Move over.
It's right there.
I'm not trying to be old dude on my birthday, but that just pissed me off, Travis.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like that you stood up for the fellow
people.
olds.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, you're not an octogenarian. Come on.
Not yet. I don't even know if I'm going to get there.
Did your daughter do anything fun for you this morning?
Yeah. They made the cake.
Okay.
She was the first up. Couldn't wait.
Oh, that's
It was
nice.
awesome. She's been telling me happy birthday since Friday.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
it's cool. You know, mom, daughter got together, sang happy birthday.
You guys, you do a better job. The Farr household does a better job of that than the Rogers household does. Like, Susan's very into birthdays, and she does a great job of rolling it out for the kids and all that stuff. But the kids do not reciprocate.
Oh.
They're just like, oh, is it your birthday? Oh, yeah. Oh, what are you doing?
Can I get $20?
Yeah, what are you doing? You guys going to do anything? Well, I mean, Mom and I are. Yeah. You're not.
You're not.
Yeah,
Amen.
you're not invited.
No doubt.
Are you still going Wednesday?
Where am I going Wednesday? Yeah. Shake those fat deposits. No.
No, what happened?
No. He's trying to get me to go. He wants me to go burlesque. He wants to put me in the chair and take pictors.
Oh, I was trying to. Now I got it.
Because that's what we did to him, but I didn't post him. I have him.
You're holding him for ransom.
Of course I am. I'm not going to put him out there, but he might post them. So, no, you're not getting me in that spot. Yeah.
I liked the video that I think they put it out on Friday of the reason why you were calling Mace over and over again.
Oh, you saw that?
I saw the one where you called Cap. Was there a Mace version of it too?
No.
Okay,
So,
I was calling Mace on that same day to do that, and he didn't pick up. So that became the bit. And then he's like, what did you need me for? I didn't know what to say.
So just a little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
When we're doing like the Super Crosstalk. So when the dump ends and before Super Crosstalk ends, during that break, we've got 2 or 3 minutes just to chit-chat. We're not on the air. And for like 3 days in a row, Mace is like, DeMarco, you didn't call me back. Like, what? I'm ready for the call, like, and giving you very specific times, and I'm just sitting there going,
Travis, I was an actor who forgot his line. I'm like, what do I do? Because we're still trying to get him. What do I say? And then he's serious. He thinks I need to talk to him. So if I call and prank him, he's never going to pick up again.
That might be worth it. Yeah, like it's not like, look, and I don't mean this in any bad way, but it's not like you and he call each other once a week.
Right.
You know, so that's my point. If he decided, well, I'm never answering it again, I don't think you lose a whole lot in this scenario.
I'm still mad at him because if that was my only phone call, if I was tied up in a trunk and I got one phone call, he didn't pick up.
That's your fault for thinking that Mason's the right guy to call in that situation.
I did it with my nose. That's the only one that came up. I'm not trying to call anybody. I'm butt dialing. Mason came up and didn't pick up.
He didn't call you. He didn't call Emily. He called me. He doesn't want me to go to movies with them already. I feel some kind of way that he didn't call me.
If I called you guys, you would know I'm up to something.
No, we not.
Yeah, you would.
No, we won't.
I would. I know this. I know that TikTok trend.
I would think I would not think you're up to something. I would think there's something up. Does that make sense?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I would not think, DeMarco's doing a thing. I would think, like, DeMarco, like, you're not coming to work, or you need me to bring you. You know what I mean? Like, you would need me to do something to help you in some capacity. Not that you'd be calling me to mess around.
Like, we just left the show. We just talked for 3 hours. I can't call you up.
But if you called me at 8:30 at night, I would 100% pick up the phone because you don't call like that.
Right.
Right. And my reaction would be very similar to Cap's, which is, hey, DeMarco, what's up? Nothing. I'd be like, oh, cool, man. So what's up? Just chilling. I'd be like, hey, do you need something? Like, after the third try, I'd be like, is everything okay? Do you need me?
Heat, right? Because it's 8:30. Yeah. We worked already. We're at home. So we're relaxing. I'm going to call you during family time. That's going to be.
Let me
I would assume you need,
just walked off the air.
Money. You need to get out of jail. You've been stranded somewhere. That you're trapped in Orange County, and like you need to I need to know where to go. Like I would.
So if I hit you with the prank, you'd be like, dude.
After the third, is everything okay? What's up? I'd be like, oh, you're messing around.
With me. Yes.
Let me tell people what that was about. So on Friday, they released a video of like a trend that was popular on TikTok where you call people and you say, you randomly people you don't normally call, and as you're ending the phone call, you say, I just want to say goodnight. And everybody has a variety of reactions. It's like men to other men who might not typically say goodnight to each other.
Might not typically do that? Yes, I think that is a very diplomatic way of saying.
Was stunned.
Cappy was great.
He didn't know what?
He was like, really, me?
Really?
Other than my wife. And even then, it'd be like, hey, is everything okay? Like, other than like if I were on a road trip or something, and hey, I'm just calling to say goodnight before I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Anybody else on earth that called me to say goodnight, I'd be like, we good?
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? There'll be others. Okay, there'll be others. I have to. So we put you on the prank list. We just have to figure out calling you guys is not going to work. It's a signal if I call you guys at 8:30.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Greg was on to you pretty quickly.
God. Come on, Greg, go with the bit. Yeah, he leads me to it. You just called to say goodnight. Like, dude, go with it.
He got you.
That was a beat too long with it. That's all right.
It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're reacting to the NBA Conference Finals matchups. You can listen to every of these NBA games this week on 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly. Talk a little bit about the NBA Finals. Dodgers open up a series against the San Diego Padres. First place on the line, DeMarco.
Woo!
First matchup since, by the way, the Dodgers season nearly came to a catastrophic end last year. Got within one game of that before winning the whole thing. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Check this out. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Sport CVT for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment. VIN S37-03172. MSRP $31,935. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRD-21.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway, it's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino, come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GGR 001291. GAR 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
All power, zero compromise. Eagle cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From mowers and trimmers to blowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it's the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Celebrating DeMarco Farr's birthday here today. You celebrated it this weekend. I didn't know it was your birthday today, or else I would have invited you to have oysters and champagne with me on the weekend.
I saw that, bro, man. No way. I hope that was with your wife.
I was thinking of you.
No, how can you be thinking about me with oysters and champagne, man? This is what I'm talking
about. I know
about.
that you have an oyster and champagne phobia, and so I was trying to...
I do not have an oyster and champagne phobia. I'm just not having oysters and champagne with you.
I had oysters for lunch, and where Susan and I are sitting there, I'm like, you need to step out of this picture for a second and get the champagne flutes set up there, and I'm like, I'm going to send it to DeMarco.
Wow. Okay, well, I hope you had fun.
We had a great time.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I do not need to be there.
Yeah, we had a great time.
See? Okay.
It was
You're
terrific.
just on his mind when he's there.
I'm not kidding you. I waited. So we
Yeah.
ordered the oysters, and Susan doesn't eat them. So I had them in front of me, and then we got some wine with it. And it took them a minute to bring the wine. And Susan's like, well, why aren't you eating them? And I'm like, because I need the wine in the picture to send it to Marco.
You're waiting.
There's no point in sending the picture if we don't have it. They were delicious.
The presentation was outstanding.
That's part of the charm.
Little red on the oyster?
The cocktail sauce.
Cocktail sauce.
And then a little Tabasco. So double red.
Did you already do that, or did they come that way?
I did that.
You did that.
They bring all the little accoutrements on the side, the fixins, so to speak. Yeah.
You're doing them right. You're doing it right.
Horseradish, lemon, mignonette, Tabasco, a little, what's the red, cocktail sauce.
Okay, we'll do it. It's we won't be alone. There'll be 4 of us there.
What if we sit on opposite sides of the restaurant? We don't look at each other.
We won't be alone. There'll be 4 of us there, and then we can do the same thing. It'll look good.
Speaking of thinking of DeMarco, so yesterday I got an ad on like Instagram, and sometimes I like weird ads that are like, here's a water fountain that you can install in your own home. Like, I don't need an elk water fountain, whatever. But this one I got was a, like, I guess movie theater quality hot dog warmer,
like
whatever.
The rotisserie thing?
The rotisserie thing with the buns, and I was like, we need to get that for the office so that DeMarco can do a live on the air 9 and 9.
I got something. Some dudes were doing that.
It was only $120 too, by the way.
I would do that. We should do that. So we could prove that this is nothing.
We can't drink 9 beers on the air. We'd have to come up with an alternate for that. I mean, I guess
what's a good equivalent for beer? Coca-Cola?
Coke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fizzy, fill you up. Same
Or
thing.
like a non-alcoholic seltzer.
Yeah.
Got Topo Chico.
You need something that bubbles and that is 12 ounces.
If you give me,
it could be a Coke. It could be it could
I
be
don't know what it is.
sparkling water.
If
frankly.
you give me 9 Topo Chicos, I won't make it.
Yeah.
For some reason, that just blows my stomach up.
Team Topo Chico, love
Right
a
here.
good Topo
Yeah.
Chico in the glass bottle in
Yes.
particular. Absolutely love them. They're like super carbonated to the point of almost they hurt your nose and you
They're
cannot.
great burp makers.
They really are.
Oh my
it's a whole
God.
you couldn't drink 9 of those.
I would beat Booger. I would beat Booger if I would. Yeah.
The best part of Booger's burp in Revenge of the Nerds, and we're talking about a movie from 1982 right now, or whatever it is where he winks at the crowd as he's walking back
with the
to
tight
his seat.
shorts.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
and
very.
he just he kind of looks and gives him a
That's
little
our
wink.
guy, Booger. Yes,
a little wink. Yeah. No, I really wanted to send you that oyster steak.
Okay,
It
we
was
can
good.
do it. It just we
was
won't be
good.
alone.
It was good. What was on your grill for your birthday?
Well, of course, the plant-based stuff.
Ah.
What do you mean? It's good stuff.
I
mean, it's the
I
same
know you
as
like it.
we did. Brats are my favorite. I love
know.
brats. So we
yeah,
had the plant-based brats. Everybody had the regular brats.
The fully leaded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fully leaded brats with the brown mustard.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and that's it.
That sounds really good.
That's what we have. Yes,
Yeah.
and then the Belgian ale, and the kids had root beer. It was great.
Sounds
It was
good,
great.
except for the
It's fun.
plant-based part. I'm sure
And
they're fine.
They left them alone with the iPads. Go play Roblox. We get to be adults.
How long are we talking
They're
on the
not going to
iPads?
miss out on Harvard if
Oh,
they use the iPads today.
Hey, look, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They'll be okay.
Mom and dads, if you have kids in your car, turn the radio off for 10 seconds. It doesn't matter at all.
Thank you.
It doesn't. Your kid's gonna go to school where they go to school. It'll either work out or it won't. And just take it easy.
Yes.
This stuff tends to sort itself out.
Oh my God! As
All
soon
right,
as
turn
she
your radio
takes it,
back on.
how long is she going to have it for?
As long as she needs.
Until she's done. There.
Until she's done.
Anyway, yes, sir.
Absolutely. NBA Finals tied up at 1 game apiece. The Thunder did what it looked like they were going to do in Game 1. They did do in Game 2, where they got a lead and then they just buried him, and that was kind of the end of that. It was the same roadmap as Game 1, only Indiana didn't have another miraculous comeback at the end. They just kind of beat them. Middle of the second quarter, just went in a different direction.
Okay, so the question was earlier, before the series started, was OKC is young. Are they ready for this? And then after they lost, because they were kicking Indiana's butt.
They were.
They just let go of the rope too soon, and they came back and lost the game. Will they learn the second time? I think they have. I think
do
this
too.
is a really good basketball team. They learned a lesson, and they will never let it happen again. They kept their foot on their necks until the final whistle went off.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Can I just dumb this down to the most obvious point? Oklahoma City's just a lot better than Indiana. Indiana's a good team. They're in the finals. They deserve their spot in the finals. But you look at this this is a mismatch. This is not, unless Halliburton does something that's just off the charts great, unless Siakam goes bananas, this is a mismatch. Like, if they played 20 games, it feels like OKC would win 15 of them.
Yeah.
Like, it's not particularly
it's not a shock.
close.
They're the best team in the NBA, and they have been all year. They have been. I mean, we just doubted them. But they've been this team the entire year.
You're exactly right. We do this a lot where in the only sport where I think it's fair to do it is in baseball, because weird stuff happens in baseball all the time, right? But if the best team in the NBA is the best team during the regular season and then goes through one round of the playoffs very easily, goes through the second round of the playoffs pretty easily, goes through the third round of the play, they're the best team. They're probably going to do it again. The NBA they're telling you all along, once in a while somebody will spit the bit, but it doesn't happen very often. The best team is usually the best team.
Unless OKC screws it up. And last night proved it that they won't. This is a resilient basketball team, as well as being the best team in the league. They're going to win a championship. Indiana won't win another game.
I don't think so either. Maybe they'll get one at home, but it just doesn't feel like it.
I said OKC in 5. It's just the wrong order. I didn't think OKC would lose game 1.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe towards the end they get one to try to win it at home like some teams do. But I can't see Indiana coming back from this or having any answers for this.
Well, that's it. Like, I don't think it's...
What are you going to tell them? Play harder?
That's it.
Yeah.
This is not an effort thing. This is not their best guy had a bad night, even though Halliburton did kind of have a bad night last night. But they're better.
Yeah.
The team that is better plays well, you're going to lose.
Yes.
This isn't super complicated.
No. Okay, so Indiana, I have no love for, or I'm not rooting for, I don't hate. There's no reason to hate Indiana. Could you hate Reggie Miller?
I didn't hate Reggie Miller.
Is there a reason to hate Indiana?
Look, if you were a Bulls fan or a Knicks fan and you were running into Reggie Miller, there's a good reason to hate him because Reggie was making a bunch of buckets and he was kind of obnoxious.
He's bashing on you. He's just
he
was
obnoxious.
Or maybe I'm tying in Bobby Knight to them.
I like Reggie Miller.
Me
I
too.
thought Reggie Miller's deal was incredibly entertaining.
I did not mind Indiana.
Yeah.
I have no hate, but I'm rooting for OKC. But here's the thing with them. Halliburton strikes me as, the first 5-6 years of LeBron, coming out of the Jordan, Kobe, assassin, give me the ball. I don't care if you've got 10 guys on me. The best shot is mine.
Yeah.
LeBron comes in with, I'm going to make the right basketball play.
Oh, okay.
The high basketball IQ.
Yeah.
Took me a while to warm up to his greatness. I get it now. I'm not saying I hate LeBron. But Halliburton strikes me as that type. You got to take over, man. SGA is killing you. They are killing you. They need something special out of you, not deferring to everyone else to make the right basketball play.
Yeah, no, their chance to win is their best guy, Halliburton, goes off.
Yes.
Like that not only their best chance, their only chance is
35,
their best,
right.
Yeah, that just like, I don't know what to do with this. And sometimes, like SGA yesterday was kind of that guy in a different way because it's just so understated, but there's no answer for this.
No.
And he also has a whole bunch of really good teammates, and I don't know if the same is true with Indiana. Indiana's got a couple of other guys, but not like OKC.
They got a great team. They work well together, especially on the defensive end, and then they got a guy that can be a closer, an SGA. They'll just turn the game over to him, and good luck. Indiana's got to answer that. I thought you brought up a great point when the Lakers were playing. You did. The Lakers and Philadelphia with Iverson.
Yeah.
Same thing, except he was giving them 40.
Yeah.
This is all we got. He's answering the bell. They're better than us, but I can keep us in it.
Yeah,
you need to see that out of Halliburton.
Maybe you can grab one like Iverson did. Yeah, but it's like anything. The more rounds this fight goes, the more it favors the better fighter. The more it favors the better team. Then that's why football gets interesting. I don't have to beat you 4 times. I got to beat you once. I got to have one good day.
Right.
And if you're a little less and I'm a little more, then all of a sudden weird stuff happens. But in basketball, if we're going to play a series, the better team is almost always going to win.
So football is one game and it's great. Sometimes when you get a butt whooping like this in basketball, it's going to last 3 games.
Yeah.
What answer do you have? What can you go to? What can Indiana do to offset what you just saw?
You know what?
I don't think you have an answer.
This is, and I'm going to complain about our business here a little bit. Part of that there were 2 days between games. Like it's like a game, sit around for a couple of days, another game, sit around for, it's like, look, can we play?
I wish you can get it over in a week.
Would you like the every other day in the playoffs thing feels about right to me.
Yeah.
And I know it's tough on the players, but there's some flow to the series. There's some good blood, bad blood. There's some hot hands that will stay hot. But when you stop down for a couple of days, a couple of different times, it feels like it's just everything's a one-off.
I actually like it because it forces you to be a pro. Like you can't just rely on that. You got to, gear down, gear up.
Yeah.
And there's this thing called baseball that you have to contend with, so you just can't go. Look, there's other things in sports you got to
get it, but if you're trying to dodge regular season baseball in the French Open with your finals, that's not good.
But there's a large swath of the American public that loves it, so it's entertainment. So I got to put it on when I can put it on.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that I want it. But even when the Lakers were in it, it's like, let's go every other day.
I got a suggestion. They should do it in one day. They do it in pickup games all the time. Yeah,
King of the court situation.
Right.
Just keep running it back.
Or just do it on an aggregate, right, Jorge?
Yeah, just play 2 games.
That's it, dude.
Series is over. Indiana wins because they won a game on the other guy's court.
It's not my fault. Soccer makes more money than doing 2 games.
He's playing everywhere. Come on.
Playing one more game.
Does not mean it's actually normal.
Dodgers Pods for first place tonight. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my pals at Rotolo Chevrolet. I love telling you guys about my pals at Rotolo Chevrolet because I know that they're going to make you feel great about your next purchase. If you've been looking for a Chevy car or truck, especially if you've been looking for a Chevy Silverado, they got all the Chevy Silverados at Rotolo Chevrolet. Every make, model, and color that you can think of is at Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You cannot miss it. And when you go in there, they're going to have the truck you want. They're going to have it at the price that you want, and they're going to have customer service that you will never forget. That's why they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. That's why they win it year after year after year, because they know what's up to make sure that you get the car, the truck that you want, the price you want, with customer service that's going to make you tell all your friends. So if you've been thinking about it, get on out to Rotolo Chevrolet. Go see what all the fun's about. Go see why Mike Capozio's dancing on TV. Go see why Oral Hershiser's wearing a hockey uniform, right? Go see what's up at Rotolo Chevrolet. And when you go in, make sure that Travis tells you. If you can't get into the store, go online. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com, and make sure they know that I sent you in.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, John Ireland here. Laker fans, meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's a natural, healthier alternative loaded with ultra-premium ingredients like organic agave, electrolytes, B vitamins, and natural caffeine. Plus, it's NSF certified for sport. Just clean energy to keep you locked in without the crash or synthetic junk. So go grab yourself the limited edition Lakers can and rep the team in style. Pro Baller Energy, champions choose clean energy.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Feeling like you've lost a step? You're not alone. After 35, most men start losing free testosterone, the hormone that helps you stay lean, strong, and energized. But now there's a game-changing solution. Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster from the #1 brand in America. Nugenix Total T2 is packed with even more man-boosting power, and it works fast. With a powerful nitric oxide booster, it sends your energy and performance levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours. That's right, just 3 hours to start feeling like your old self again. For a limited time, you could try it for yourself absolutely free. Text now to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 selling testosterone brand at GNC. But that's not all. When you send us a text, we'll also include a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever. Feel stronger, leaner, more driven. Text ROCK to 369-369 now. That's ROCK to 369-369. Text ROCK to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
DeMarco, I don't know if you're the man that can help me with this or not. You might be the right person for the job.
What, are you riding an e-bike in the park?
Well,
I can help you with that.
It's e-bike. You can scare me off of the e-bike. We've proven that. It is e-bike related. I mentioned that Susan and I took that ride a week or two ago, and I have not had any. I've been inundated with e-bike ads on my algorithm on every platform, like to the point of it's ridiculous. It's like a post, e-bike ad, post, e-bike ad. How do I get rid of that?
Are you researching these? Are you looking them up?
I opened one link to see what the price point was on these bikes.
I guess he fits the demographic they're trying to sell to, right?
But I get it. And I'm not saying, look, I understand why, but it's every other spot, and it's the same one over and over and over again. How do I get rid of that?
I think there's one way you can, if it's one specific company, say like it's Bikes R Us, whatever.
Yeah.
That's not a real company, but I think there's a way, like in the corner, you can click like "Don't show me this ad again," or you can't. But you're not going to get rid of ads.
No,
so you're still probably going to get
ads,
e-bike ads. So.
It's all e-bike ads.
Okay, here's what you do: you take your phone, you hold it in your hand, and you turn it off. There you go.
I can't. It's like my pacifier. I need to touch it every 30 seconds or so.
Throw your phone in the ocean.
I feel grounded. How often do you peek at yours?
My phone?
Yeah.
You see me every 5, but people text.
When you're at home. You're at home, you're watching a game, and you're phone is on the table next to your chair or wherever it is you're sitting.
God.
How often do you pick it up and look at it? It's not buzzing. No one's trying to get you. It's just there.
At least once every 5 minutes.
That's actually pretty good.
That's low?
I think so.
That's a lot.
I bet you I touch it every 90 seconds.
Just to check and see what's going on?
Check, open it up, flip through it. No.
Yeah.
And it's like going to the fridge and opening the door, even if you're not going to eat. It's like you walk by it, you open it, you're like, what am I doing?
We're not supposed to have that much info. We are not supposed to be that
crazy. It's.
We are not supposed to be that.
I mean, I went to an event on Saturday that there was so many people there, and it was almost like jammed in terms of like the cell service, and so I couldn't get out to text anybody.
I love that.
No one could reach me, as well as I couldn't scroll, and so I was just enjoying the company of other people, and it was great.
It's like going to the Rose Bowl. There's
no service.
None.
Okay.
None.
My daughter, the graduation, she said it's going to be at Reser Stadium.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's a small town, and there's going to be a lot of people, and there will probably be no cell service because of that.
Yeah.
Like
it just gets overwhelmed.
It gets overwhelmed.
Yeah, just have the meetup points ready, so like if you get separated or whatever. But
we
then
got a
it's
game
easy.
plan. We're going to be here, and we're going to be there. That's it.
Did your daughter attend any of the Oregon State Super Regional games this weekend up in Corvallis?
I don't think she attended the Super Regional games.
Congratulations to the Beavers to advancing to the College World Series.
Nice. Yeah. That's special if you can do that from up there.
Oh,
but they've always been good.
They're really good.
Okay. How
They're
do you
really
practice
good.
Outdoors?
I don't know. But they figured it out. They're really
okay.
They've won the national championship a bunch of times. Florida State came in. They won the series. Like I watched an inordinate amount of college baseball over the weekend, but that was a fun series.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were some other highlights from men's college baseball?
Arizona beat North Carolina after so it's Super Regionals best of 3, right?
Yeah.
Carolina beat Arizona in game 1. And it's like 18-4. Demolished them.
Wow.
Arizona won the next 2 games, and they're into the. This is what makes baseball so much fun: is that you just have no idea. Murray State is going to the College World Series. I don't even know where Murray State is. I know that they're the Racers. That's all I know.
And that's where Jaw went.
That's
right?
where Jaw went.
Yeah.
Right. They're in Coastal Carolina, which is apparently a place. They're in.
Coastal Carolina is like low key, very, very good at baseball.
They've won the national championship.
Yeah.
They won the national championship the 1 year. 15 or 16. It was the year the Gauchos went. I think it's 2016. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't be tough out of Murray State,
well,
though.
Coastal Carolina, that's where the blue field is.
The football field.
Yeah.
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 The blue football field?
They have a blue, like a
teal
coral blue turf.
Boise State?
Yeah,
turf.
a different shade of blue, but same idea.
Did you guys hear about the birds? The birds would dive bomb because they think
okay, is that urban legend or is that true?
It's real.
They're
out there. They think it's a lake.
Okay, so I heard, I don't know who was the coach at before Chris Peterson at Boise State. They went to Colorado. Hawkins,
the crazy guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I remember him goes, guys, that's not true. Have you ever seen a lake with lines painted on it? It's like, I know birds are stupid, but they're not that stupid.
Yes. For a while, he was the mad scientist of college football and then just disappeared.
Turned out it might have been a lot more Chris Peterson
Might
than
have
anything
been,
else.
right.
And UCLA made the college baseball World Series
they're
for the
really
first
good, too.
time in 13 years.
3 West Coast teams, Arizona, UCLA, and Oregon State.
West Side, taking it back, baby.
There you go. We're trying to run it back. Speaking of college baseball, Michael McGreevy pitched for the Cardinals yesterday. UC Santa Barbara Gaucho.
Look at you.
Just saying yesterday.
Look at you.
And he lost to Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw pitched his best game in quite some time. Struck out 7. Was really sharp, really good. Just looked like vintage Kershaw without the crazy stuff, but had a 5-outing inning that they desperately needed. They're starting. Gonsolin's down again. Every time you think that Kershaw's just kind of here to be here, he delivers you one of those, and they needed it. They needed it a lot yesterday because guys are just dropping like flies.
If he continues to pitch like that, can we rethink what we thought about adding him to the postseason roster?
No, but I think here's what it is.
It's effective if he's pitching.
If he throws like
first
that,
pitch strike, it's effective.
He was really good yesterday. And I don't want to throw cold water
12-6
on him.
is hard on anybody.
He was really good.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing cold water. He was really good yesterday. Period, sentence, paragraph, full stop. He was good. I think the ideal situation for the Dodgers when it comes to Kershaw on the postseason roster is he is pitching something kind of sort of like that. We get towards September and October, and the question is, do we need him or do we have to have him? If it's more of a luxury question, like Yamamoto's healthy, Glasnow's back, Snell's back, their rotation is Ohtani is pitching. Like, do we need him or hey, do we need him?
Well, need him answers your own question. If you need him, you have to pitch him. It is what it is. And that would be scary. When you're throwing less than 90.
I wouldn't love that.
That would be scary. I mean, if it's a luxury, then sure. He is Clayton Kershaw. He's earned it.
That's the question we're going to be asking, right?
But he's got to pitch like this. You got to at least make it easy for us to keep you on the roster by pitching well.
That was his best outing in a few years.
Okay.
So, and again, it was really good, but the best outing in a couple of years can't be the new standard. Okay. You know, that's what I'm getting at. Like you have a day like he did yesterday. It's like, oh, he's back. It's like, hold on a second. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah.
And I know he's working his way back. And he said that, you know, sometimes you can't see it, but I have been making progress in game to game, and this was kind of the culmination of that progress. But I don't know, man. Well, I don't feel great watching him pitch, even though he was terrific yesterday.
Could have been game plan. I don't know, but first pitch strikes, that means the guy is feeling pretty good about himself. He's confident. That's number one. So I did talk to some of my Cardinal Yahoos, and it's funny hearing from them. We got beat by a pitcher throwing 80 poo, and I died laughing. That means like less than 90. And he said that the mighty Dodgers, and he's right. I had to look at this. The Dodgers are an okay team. I said, what do you mean okay? He goes, you are 8-8 against teams 500 or better. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. No. Look, they started the season 8-0.
Yeah.
Since then, they're basically a 500 team.
Basically. He even said that since April 11th, the Cardinals have a better record.
Oh, yeah. No, a lot of teams do. They're for the last month and a half, they've been a 500 team. They win a couple, they lose a couple, they'll win 3, they'll drop 2. They're kind of a 500 team. They just have not been firing on all cylinders. When they don't score, like they didn't score on Friday night, they didn't score on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
They scored 1 run in 18 innings.
Right.
They're in deep trouble because they're not going to pitch like that. You know, Yamamoto pitched his ass off on Friday. They didn't get anything out of it because they couldn't score. So their entire team is predicated on scoring a bunch of runs right now. When those guys come back, it'll be a totally different story. But they've just been kind of spinning their wheels for 2 months. It's not bad, but it's not good either.
It's just April 11th. You can manipulate stats any way you want. I mean, I'm like, dude, that's weird. But the 8-8 against team 500 or better, that's the one that stood out. I'm like, you know, you're right. That is the definition of okay.
Well, they've been going through this run when it started, and it continues tonight with the Padres, and they got the Giants coming up. They get the Padres again. They got Arizona coming. Like, they've just been okay.
Yeah.
And they'll have little
But they should be okay, depending on, I mean, if you look at how the pitching staff, and especially starting pitching, they should be. You want me to should be below 500.
I was just going to say, if you want to put a really positive spin on it, the positive spin on it is, how are they even 500?
You should suck.
Right. Yeah. You should be getting your clock cleaned with the starting pitching that you've had over the last 2 months, and they're not.
Guess what he said? Guess what he said right after that? Same thing.
They're going to win the World Series?
No, your payroll is $1 billion. Of course.
So what?
Right. That's the other thing.
Because, you only live in that big fancy house because you have a good job with a lot of money. Yeah? Okay, what's your point?
Right. I know.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Right.
Funny.
The only reason you drive that fancy car is because you have a good job. Yeah?
Yeah. That's the way it works. That's the way it should work.
Did you see Kershaw was a little bent, what they put up on the scoreboard before the game?
I did. What was up with that?
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about that because Kershaw's not a whiner. He's not a complainer, but that got under his skin a little bit, I thought was pretty interesting. We'll do that coming up next. A reminder to sign up for a chance to play in ESPN LA's second annual Listeners Game presented by the Law Office of Joseph S. Normand this Wednesday, June 11th at Islands in West Covina during our LA versus San Diego watch party. It's Team Travis against Team DeMarco, but spots are limited. Registration opens on site at Islands only. Online registration to open Thursday, June 12th. If you're injured, do not sit on the sidelines. Call the Law Office of Joseph S. Normand at 213-747-2000. That's coming up, plus a little Far Side straight ahead. It's Trav and DeMarco on DeMarco's birthday, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Ready for a delicious escape? The new Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so enjoy one today. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
This Father's Day, help Dad be all he can be with a gift from the Home Depot. Because he's not just Dad, he's the handyman of the house, the plumber in a pinch, and the emergency mechanic. Upgrade his gear this Father's Day with the Husky Mechanics 270-piece tool set from the Home Depot. Now on special buy for $119, a $695 value. For every kind of dad, find the perfect gift this Father's Day at the Home Depot.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
So glad that kid didn't pop off when I was in his face.
I think he's lucky he didn't pop off.
No,
when you were in his face.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I am. Yeah, it would have been bad because it's a wrestling UFC week, and my birthday. I'm kind of half hung over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was bad.
Can I ask a personal question?
Shoot.
How long do your hangovers last now?
If I walk, they're short.
They're short.
If I sit there and wallow in them, it's all day, and it lasts into the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That makes me feel a little better.
Like, my body is actively rejecting what I just put in.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you feel bad. Like, this is bad.
Okay.
But I had a lot of fun, so that's the way it goes. And by the way, speaking of USC, did you guys see any of that, the fights, anything this weekend? None?
I did not.
Okay, let me say this name to you. Kayla Harrison. She's a 3-time or 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. She was the PFL champion, and she just won the belt last night in the UFC. This might be the greatest female MMA, mixed martial artist we've ever seen in the world.
Okay.
And she called out the other GOAT, Amanda Nunes. And
I know that name.
Right.
Yeah.
She's coming out of retirement to face Kayla Harrison, and I'm actually afraid for Amanda Nunes. This girl is a mini Hulk. Looks like Brock Lesnar with long hair and smaller, but just yoked. Absolutely took the girl apart. I think her name is Juliana Pena, was the champ. Talks a lot of trash, and just got ragdolled. And it was freaking scary. So that was awesome. Let me shout her out. And great job by the WWE or Triple H or both for bringing back R-Truth. I've been saying it all week. Free R-Truth. They brought him back. He was the biggest thing and the best thing about the Money in the Bank pay-per-view last night when he came out and ruined Cena's match. It was awesome. And he's going by his real name now, Ron Killings.
Oh, so he dropped the moniker.
The whole place just erupted. So that was awesome. Really, really awesome to see. But here's the far side.
What do you think it is? Was it more of a, hey, we've blown the call, or this was a long con?
Okay, so this is wrestling in kayfabe. So Triple H says it was all a part of the plan. It was kayfabe, and you guys bought it.
Yeah.
Even that's a work.
Okay.
What he just said is a work. You know what I'm saying? It works.
A work on top of a work.
My thought is they realized their mistake and they brought him back and they changed course last minute, which happens in wrestling a lot. But they got this one right because the whole crowd went nuts.
All right.
And so did I. It was fun getting the pop. But here's the thing. We left Friday's show talking about Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Are you in or are you out on Wahlberg? I don't know where you sat.
Mostly out.
Mostly out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sleeping it off. And I wake up Saturday. I did not choose this movie. I come out in the living room. Wife, daughter are watching a Will Ferrell movie.
Okay.
Right? So when Will's on screen, you have to stop because he's hilarious. I love Will Ferrell. Then it turns out it's a Mark Wahlberg Will Ferrell movie called Daddy's Home. Anybody?
I've seen the first one.
I know of
You
it.
saw it?
Two of them, yeah.
I've seen it, but like not in like 10 years. But
Okay.
I know it exists, but I haven't seen
So
it.
Wahlberg shows up and instantly I'm out because it's the part where he's doing pull-ups. Right. He's doing pull-ups. Then he does it with one hand and he does it with the face. And it's like, dude, I'm out again. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, this is funny. Will Ferrell's funny. I like the little deal. So I'm in.
It sucked you in.
It sucked me in. So at the end of that, we liked it so much, we watched number 2.
You rolled right into the sequel.
We rented number 2 and watched Daddy's Home number 2.
And that one has Lithgow and Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
The way they introed them was awesome.
By the way, that's a lot of like real actors.
Yes.
That's like heavy hitting people. Well, Gibson maybe a little less than he used to be.
A lot of people I don't know if I would want to hang out with besides maybe Will.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
And the story
movie
was pretty good.
stars.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you wind up liking Mark Wahlberg's character a little bit. You kind of, I see him in me.
Okay.
And then guess who plays the heavy at the end? John Cena. So I'm like, this is awesome. I love this show.
Oh, it came full circle
Yes.
for you.
So something you can be out on, you can be in on, just depends on who clicks the TV first. So I was out on Friday. Now I might be back in on Mark Wahlberg. I hate myself.
I haven't seen a Wahlberg movie that's like a Wahlberg. I'm sure I've been in a long time.
Yeah, it's been I would avoid all his movies.
Yeah.
And I would have avoided this one, but it was on when I walked in, watched it for 10 seconds, wound up liking it.
I think the last one I saw that was like him was The Fighter, right?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was very good.
But it was more for Christian Bale.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing with this. I told
And
you,
Amy Adams for Travis.
And Amy Adams.
Yeah, I like it. I like Amy Adams.
I told you I got Wahlberg once. This was at a Super Bowl. Geez, was it Dallas? This is after the TMZ thing, where my whole week is going bad.
Yeah.
We were looking to get Troy Brown on Radio Row.
Okay.
You know how Radio Row is. It's
Zoo.
one after another.
Yeah.
So we have Troy Brown next. So I'm eyeing him to make sure.
And you're
over
working
here.
at a St. Louis station?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm eyeing him, Troy. We got you next. There's 5 stations in between us. Just make sure you bypass and come here. So I'm making sure. You know what I'm saying? You're protecting the guest.
Keep going.
Right. So we're done. We go to break, and I walk over to Troy to come get him. And right before I get there, some Wahlberg-looking dude. It was one of them. I don't know which one it was. Steps right in between and starts talking to him as if they know each other, and I think they do.
Okay.
New England, Boston, I'm sure he's met them before. So they start talking. I'm like, dude, we got to go. And he looks at me and goes, he'll get to you later. And he says it with that accent. Well, he'll get to you later.
Error.
Error.
Hey, Fi.
Right.
Go sit your ass down, Fi.
Right.
Troy Brown's coming over here.
Error. So, yes, it was just, I got Wahlberg once, and we missed the interview.
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah. What?
Why is your producer not doing this? Why did you have to go do it?
I don't know why. It was Michelle Smallman.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe because I knew Troy.
Oh, okay. So you're
Yeah.
trying to play the personal relationship card.
Right. It wasn't we booked him. He
Yeah.
was there. I'm like, let's
You were
get
trying
Troy.
to grab him.
And I did. I said,
Okay.
Troy, come over here next.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm trying to protect the guest, and I got Wahlberg. One of them dudes.
You would have gotten Travis at some point in those things because I was pretty good in that
That's what I'm
environment.
saying. You know how it is.
Yeah. When it came to Radio Row, I knew how to work that.
I see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I
Yeah.
thought I had it.
Except for that one time.
Well, no, I got shut down occasionally, but like this is like nobody bats 1,000.
Oh, no. I was thinking not shutting down the time that you mixed up the two people.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's when I was hosting.
Who'd you mix up?
Okay.
LaDainian Tomlinson
and Adrian Peterson.
And Adrian Peterson.
You know what? That's a permanent scar on your record forever.
It was bad.
You cannot erase that.
I'm not trying to.
They don't even look anything close.
I'm aware.
I mean, there's nothing close
It
about
wasn't. It had nothing to do with them looking alike. It had everything to do with what was front of mind.
Okay.
So it was when Adrian Peterson was going through his stuff about he was
the boyfriend?
Abuse allegations to his son.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it was in the middle of all of that. So I'd been reading all of these stories about Adrian Peterson.
Oh, you called LT Adrian.
Yes.
Oh, how did he respond to that?
Not well.
Oh, my God. Especially when he's going through all that.
Yeah, well, and so I did it once, and LaDainian Tomlinson, I'm sitting there, we're sitting here talking with Adrian Peterson, and I see LT looking at me like, what did he, like, huh? And he just let it go. But
did he?
I registered something weird on his face when I said it. I didn't realize that I had called him
during
by the
that
wrong
time,
name.
if you called me AP,
yeah,
mic off, I'm out.
I screwed it up. It was 100% my fault. And then my producer, Mike Pearson, who worked
Big
here
Mike.
for
Yeah,
you know
Mike. Oh, okay, Mike was there.
Mike whispers in my headset.
That's not him.
He goes, dude, you just called him Adrian Peterson. And I look at Mike like, no, I didn't. It's LaDainian Tomlinson. I'm like, no, you misheard me. I did it again.
Ooh.
And that's when LT corrected.
Did you square it?
I did. I said,
okay, good.
I said, you're.
Like
You're
when you
right.
went off the air, did you square
I did it on the air and off the air.
Okay,
I realized
good.
that, and I say to them, like, I've been reading about this all morning long. Please forgive me. It was just
okay. Is there another one where you missed on someone?
Not like that.
Oh,
I've tried to
okay.
book people. When I was producing, I tried to book Pudge Rodriguez at the All-Star game one year, and I walked over to him and asked him. I said, hey, Mr. Rodriguez, I produced the Jim Rome show. We're doing our show right over here. I was wondering if maybe I have 5 minutes to come in and talk with you. He goes, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't speak English.
Oh, my God, that's funny. That's crazy.
And I went, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Albert Bell threatened to beat me up for asking him to come on the show.
And he might have. Albert Bell, legit.
Same pitch.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And so Jim had done a Sunday night. Remember Sunday Night Conversation on
Yes,
SportsCenter?
I do.
So like long form interviews, like 10
Used to be
12
up
minutes.
close and than that, right?
Yeah. So Jim got a Sunday Night Conversation with Albert Bell. Went really well. And painted Albert in a somewhat sympathetic light.
That's hard to do.
It was the first one that Albert, at the end of it, you're like, you know what? Okay.
Not impossible, just hard to do.
And they did a good job. So Jim says to me, hey, there's Albert. Go see if he'll come over and talk. And I'm thinking, okay, we just did this Sunday. There's a chance. And Albert was Albert. And so I go over, introduce myself, and he says, no, I can't do it. And I, word for word, I said, no problem. Thank you. Maybe some other time. Turning around, ready to walk away. And he says, that's the problem with people like you. And I stop and I said, excuse me? And he goes, that's the problem. You guys never know when to take no for an answer. And he takes a step towards me, finger out, and I'm like, this is not good. And I said, I wasn't saying anything. I just was.
You said maybe some other time.
I said, no problem. Thanks a bunch. Maybe some other time. Literally
you
just.
don't know how to take no. Okay, that's Albert world. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
that was the only time in my life I'm like, this is getting a little
So when he
weird.
said, this is Albert world. So when he said no, you were supposed to say okay and leave.
I guess.
Okay.
I thought that's what I did.
That's Albert world. But you said maybe next time.
I said, okay, thank you. Maybe some other time. Like basically just a way to close the loop and walk away.
Non-Albert Bells understood that. Yeah.
This one. I'm like, oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh boy.
The next one was coming.
Yeah. But I was pretty good at jumping the line in that situation.
Oh, no way. Were you really?
Well,
okay.
we had a show that was pretty popular.
Yeah. You had one of the biggest stars in your industry, so it's easier to get
See,
that
you were
done.
the big time dudes. See, you were big timing people.
We were
on Radio Row.
Yes.
You can't be big timing people. We're all working. That ain't fair.
My job was to get the guys on the air.
And Jim Rome, his set was always taller than everyone else's.
Well, still is, I think.
It was like 2 stories high.
It was big.
Like you want to be all the way up there, Lord Farquaad. My dude. You know what I'm saying? I get you. I get you, us peons down here.
My job was to get them.
You were that guy. You were the killer.
My job was to go get them. And I was pretty good at it.
I gave the hand to Hugh Jackman.
No kidding. Wolverine?
I gave the hand to Hugh Jackman because we were sitting with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
And he was coming in for a scheduled interview on time, and he was not done.
Yeah.
So he was getting ready to sit. I didn't know they knew.
Jackman was on time.
Jackman was on time.
Okay.
We were running long with Sandler, right? So Jackman walks up, and I see somebody, and I'm like, not now. And I'm like, that's Hugh Jackman. Hey, how stupid are we?
Got to have Sandler in the chair. What are you going to do? Kershaw was not pleased with a little pregame video yesterday in St. Louis. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
I love me some Highlands. I really do. Thank God for Highlands. It really does. You ever had a problem that's been an issue forever and then it's not, and you have to learn to exist without that issue? Well, that's what it was like with me and chafing until I discovered, or till I was presented with Highlands Chafing Relief. It has been great. It's been a game changer. And look, this is what I told them day one about it when they were asking me. I don't need a lesson on what to do or how to prevent it. I need to know what to do right now. Since I tried it, it's been awesome. That's why I always keep Highlands Chafing Relief close to me at all times. It goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, stays put even through sweat and water. If you're already dealing with some chafing, trust me, you're not alone. Highlands Chafing Relief works, and it works fast. Gets you back to feeling good in no time. So you can run, ride, hike, go to the gym, work outside, be a fireman, what have you. This stuff is a miracle worker for everyone who has issues with chafing. Highlands definitely has your back and your thighs and your arms. You get what I mean. Chafing shouldn't stop you from doing what you love. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference ASAP. Available today at Walmart and Target.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Thanks, Dad, for all the wisdom you've passed down to me that I promised to start using. Someday. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Father's Day freebie. Dads get a slick mechanical pencil free on Father's Day.
Number 2.
Billy Gardell, live July 12th.
And the number 1 reason.
Extreme gift giveaway. Get an HD Eternal drone when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 17th.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. LA, it's time to get real. Jacob Imrani, he's the real deal. Call Jacob. He's recovered hundreds of thousands of dollars where other attorneys might settle immediately for pennies. Jacob is not afraid to fight for you. Get a partner who's committed to turning your setback into a comeback. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com. Jacob's the real deal.
Call Jacob. Hey, everybody, it's Cap. Are you downsizing or inheriting a home? Want to cash in on your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs, agents, or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and close in days or on your timeline. Seller's Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $20,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no-obligation offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey, happy birthday to Mr. DeMarco Farr.
Thank you. I've never heard this version.
That was mariachi version, my man.
Yeah. Hey.
Happy birthday to
Hit back to.
That's how I sounded on Saturday. Just like that.
Is that right?
You have a Spanish accent when you've had 6.
Did your friend Jose Cuervo join you on the stage?
Yes, little vibrato.
Radio's Clinton Yates.
What's
here,
up?
Joining us as well. Yeah, it's funny. Like I get a little slurry, but I don't get like an Italian accent after I've had too much to drink.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
What's new, Clinton?
Nothing much, man. I was just telling you, prepping to go to Omaha this
Nice.
week. The UCLA Bruins made it.
Yeah.
Got out of their super regional, and Omaha is always a fun place for, sort of the final weekend of the spring sports season. I think a lot of people don't realize that's kind of the end of the college sports calendar overall, and it's always just really good energy out there for playing ball. Yeah, because they're not in school; they're just playing ball every day and hanging out.
The single most fun I've ever had at a sporting event in my entire life.
I believe
Really?
Everybody had hyped up the College World Series to me for years and years and years, and it's better than you think. It's better than you think. I'm saying, okay, it sounds really great, but there's no way you're overselling it. Especially me, somebody who's resistant to hard sell, right? It exceeded every possible expectation. It was wonderful in every single way.
With the guys, the environment, the whole nine?
Yes.
I never thought of that. You're out of school.
And Omaha is a perfect place because it's a big enough city, but it's a small enough town, and you can get around, and it's suited towards that. Now, has it moved more towards a country festival with a baseball tournament element in the last 5 years? Yes, but if you know what you're looking at, and if the teams are varied enough, the experience is unmatched. So it should be good, pretty good. Game today to see
affordable.
Yeah,
that's the other crazy part. It's an affordable experience. Yeah. It's not because, like Clinton was mentioning, Omaha is not, especially if you come from somewhere like Los Angeles or something like that, where everything's crazy expensive. You go in there, beers are a reasonable price. Tickets to the games are reasonably priced. A night out at a restaurant is reasonably priced. It's just wonderful.
Games are fun, right?
Super fun.
My buddy Paulie last year, he lives in Tulsa. I happened to be in Kansas City doing a Sports Center thing, and I was going to Omaha. He said, I'll drive to KC and then drive to Omaha with you and just buy tickets before every game. That's exactly what he did, and it worked out just fine. Yeah, so
heck yeah.
Good trip.
Well, way to go, Bruins.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, haven't been there since 2013.
I can put my UW allegiance aside and root for UCLA. I'm rooting for the West right now.
How about that? I am too.
I'm rooting for West Coast baseball.
3 Western teams in there, Oregon State, UCLA, and Arizona.
There you go.
And Arizona went in as a number 2 seed up in Eugene, and
they lost 18-2.
Yeah, that's
in
what I was telling DeMarco.
the Supers.
Right. I was telling
and they came
drilled.
back. I was like, wow.
Dude, the kid that pitched yesterday is a freshman and was lights out.
Who was pitching? Or is it just how do you have that much of a swing?
Baseball.
College baseball.
College baseball in particular.
Who's got the best baseball in the country? Like which region?
Probably the SEC, but it depends.
Yes, but no. Yeah. You look at a lot of those SEC rosters now, they're loaded with California kids.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
So they're going there now.
Yeah, there's NIL money. You get to play in front of 10, 12, 15,000 people a game. If you go to UCSB, which proud gaucho here, a couple hundred people there. There's no NIL fund. It's a great baseball program, but you're not.
Right.
The environment isn't that.
Not typically warm weather states.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where the sun shines, that's where it is.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that was the end of spring. Yeah, that's awesome.
The thing you brought up at the break, at the tease, Kershaw.
Yeah.
That story is fascinating to me because, like, what did he say about it?
So here's the quote. So before the game yesterday, they had a video highlight on the big board from 2014 of Matt Adams hitting a 3-run home run off of Clayton Kershaw to help knock the Dodgers out of the 2014 NLDS. Okay? And this was when Kershaw was in the midst of having his postseason issues.
He was known as the guy who blew the games in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Quote, this is Kershaw. I think it's a little Bush League, but I don't expect anything less from these guys, so it's no worries.
Sounds about right.
Listen, here's my deal with that, is that
it's dirty.
To me, this is completely above board. Like 100% funny, 100% mean, and 100% okay. Like at some point, this is why you're playing the games.
Right.
And it's not as if this was a cheap shot by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, remember that? Like, you see your buddy from high school, that one buddy who tripped and fell on his face at the prom, and you remind him of it every single time you see him, no matter what, when the boys get together. That's where this lies for me.
Except for your analogy has one flaw in it.
What's that?
They're not buddies.
Well,
this is true.
Yeah, they're not buddies. This is the bully who sees the guy who brings up the fact that you were the guy that
your
fell
worst
all the
moment
time.
in life.
This is not your buddy. Your buddy can tweak you a little bit.
Okay.
Your buddy has earned the credibility to tweak you. I don't think this is DEFCON 5. What's the bad one? 1 or 5?
I think it's 5.
Okay.
I don't know.
1. I don't know.
I'm glad we're in the same place on not knowing air missile defense systems.
DEFCON 1, we're or.
Okay. This is not DEFCON 1.
I learned something.
Yeah. I'll forget by next segment, but I trust DeMarco. So this is not DEFCON 1, but it's also not 5.
No.
It's 3 or 4. This is one of those, you decided you wanted to try to embarrass me.
Yeah.
That's a little, and especially a player of Clayton Kershaw's stature, a player with his resume, to very specifically pick a video that is just meant to tweak him. It's not even necessarily to tweak the Dodgers because everyone else is gone.
Yeah.
Everyone else on both sides.
Just him.
Long gone.
Yeah.
And again, this is not a big deal. This would have been a big deal in 1987 and they would have
Sure,
started
there would
throwing
have
each
been
other's
brawls.
heads.
Yes, exactly.
That's not this, but Clayton Kershaw is not a particularly salty individual.
No.
And that he felt, especially coming from those guys, there's some freight in those words.
But the reason why I think it would be okay is that, for example, if the Nationals were doing this because they popped him in one series and won one World Series, that'd be a different discussion. Be like, dude, what are you doing?
So the Cardinals'
I feel
track
like
record?
The Cardinals as
They're
a
bona fide.
franchise in the major leagues
Yeah.
is a little bit more bona fide, even if they are considered a-holes. You see what I'm saying?
You can do
so
that.
it's
Yeah.
not punching down or up. It's
Right.
punching across the ring.
So the Dodgers, what is it, 2 weekends ago, 1 weekend ago, when the Yankees came to town.
Right.
If they just reran the 5th inning of Game 5, that's not a little
That's
below
a little
the line.
soon. This was 10 years ago.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't.
You know
have
why they
anything
didn't?
to say.
You know why they didn't?
Oh, let me guess. Classy organization.
They don't do stuff like that.
Probably should.
They don't do stuff like that.
I wouldn't mind.
That's how I run
Yeah.
my program.
Yeah.
Give a little tweak every once in a
They
while.
don't do stuff like that. And I don't think
They
the
only
Yankees,
just get on podcasts and talk trash all offseason.
The players, and that's why those guys, I think it was so, the Yankees took exception to it.
Yeah.
It was
broke
very
character.
out of
Yeah,
character
you
for
broke
the
character.
Dodgers to do that.
It was very Joe Kelly. That's
It
right
is
on
Joe-
brand
it
for
is-
him.
you're
Super
right.
Joe Kelly.
You're right.
That's a
For him.
great call.
Yes.
I think though, Travis, this is where like there is a generational element of this to me, which is for some people this is very Bush League, as it should never get there. I'm the guy that needs more of this. I need more of this because this is the kind of thing that it humanizes a lot more of the game to be like, yes, it's okay to talk your S, and you don't have to be so high-minded about everything if you're not actually on the field of play.
Like I said, not a DEFCON 1 thing in
Yeah.
my world, and I'm okay with more of this as long as we don't end up back to where we're throwing at each other.
Right.
Because that's where it gets stupid, and that's where guys end up getting clipped and they get suspended. And it's just like, if you just want to, I'm going to do a goofy thing and you do a goofy thing, great.
Right.
But Kershaw did not take it as a goofy thing. He took it as something more than that.
I'll tell you this,
responded
though.
perfectly.
Travis, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I prefer this to the podcast move. I much prefer a in-game competitive scenario, circumstance in the stadium, as opposed to I'm running my yap after the season.
This is true.
To some guy on a microphone. Those
That's
are very
fun.
different to me.
That's fun.
That's my thing. It's a game presentation element that I actually kind of like.
Who was the young dude that said he would die before he was a Yankee?
Oh, the guy that Aaron Judge hit a 900-foot home run off
But
of
I like
yesterday?
that,
guy?
though. I like that.
That's fine.
That adds some intrigue.
But here's the problem.
It's stupid.
Like, I want to go back.
Well-
I'm gonna run back the tape here a little
Yeah.
bit. Go back. This is probably 25 years
I think
ago.
I know who you're going to talk about.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Correct. Bingo, bango.
So Ken Griffey Jr.'s father, Ken Griffey Sr., played for the Yankees, and when he was playing for the Yankees basically kicked Jr. out of the clubhouse, wouldn't let him take BP and all this stuff. When they were letting other players, specifically other white players, do what they wanted to do on the field. Ken Griffey Jr. in his like, okay, I will never in my entire lifetime play for the New York Yankees. He made a decision on the
he
spot.
said specifically, I would retire before I ever play for the New York Yankees.
So
That's legit.
Ken Griffey Jr. can make those sorts of decisions because he's one of the great players in the history of the game, and the 29 other teams would stage a fist fight to get his services. So he's fine. This kid is an up-and-coming guy. We'll see what it looks out.
Right.
But you just, hey, I'm a Red Sox fan, blank the Yankees. Like, hold on, brother. You may need a check from these guys
You're
at one
right,
of these
yeah.
points.
Dirty little secret,
Talking
though,
trash,
DeMarco.
though, yeah.
The Yankees are not a well-liked franchise across
No,
Major League Baseball.
God, no.
And no, listen, it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the success of the team. It has to do with how they run their org, and people just don't like being a part of it, quiet as it's kept on the low. The Yanks are Bush.
See,
dude,
I guess
in terms of a lot of stuff.
I guess
A
I
lot of
trusted
stuff.
Reggie Jackson. I thought Reggie would have told me that by now.
I mean, yeah, but Reggie has also got a host of other things that have taken place in his career
Okay.
from a longer standpoint. You know, think about Alabama and all these other places.
Yeah,
like
okay.
the Yanks are not. I don't want to talk about that, but the term of the place went to crap after the old man died is for real.
Oh, really?
And it's
No doubt.
just not the same franchise it once was from a quality output standpoint, well beyond anything on the
I
field.
love how Judge, he goes, they asked him, did you hear what the kid? He goes, yeah, I was a little surprised.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
It was
Right.
like-
You know, you have to face me, right?
It was the perfect response because I'm Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Like, you understand what I do,
Me,
right?
yeah.
Dude, he's having a monster
Monster
season.
year. They are.
He's still knocking around 400, and we're in the middle of June.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
Does that mean anything to anybody anymore? It means something to me.
What?
That somebody's kind of, I know he's not going to hit 400, but that he's still close enough to it to have it be a conversation point at this point
I
in
think
the year.
it means something, but all of these like singular percentage records coming up off of 50-50, they look like, it doesn't look the same way, that doesn't have the sex appeal to the outside baseball world that some of these other eye-popping sort of combos do.
I'm not trying to get some guy that's barely a baseball fan to turn his head. I'm talking about you as somebody who loves baseball, who looks at baseball, who cares about baseball.
Yes.
That we haven't had somebody flirt with this since Tony Gwynn in 1994.
That's a really long time ago. And Tony Gwynn is a completely different type of hitter, too.
And Tony Gwynn wasn't going to hit 60 home runs.
Right.
Like, this is nuts.
It's a big story, and I think that it's also one of those things that, for me, I'm happy for Judge, because Judge was oftentimes looked at a guy that really could only just hit it out of the ballpark, and that's all he could do. Now he's a really complete hitter.
And he dropped the fly ball in center field, DeMarco. And you put that in my head, and I cannot get rid of it.
Well, ask him.
I'm playing that over and over at Dodger Stadium every day.
See? Well, I'm not even talking about Dodger fans. I'm talking about Yankee fans. When they see Aaron Judge, he is the greatest slugger we've had since I don't know when. Maybe since Ruth Mantle, take
perhaps.
your pick.
And all you're going to remember is this.
That's the dude that dropped the ball in center field and cost us the World Series.
I mean, it's true.
Who was the?
There were multiple errors in that inning, misplays as well. Let's not forget that.
No, but that moment will stand out and stand. What's the tight end from Dallas that dropped the
Jackie
pass?
Smith.
Jackie Smith, great tight end,
Hall of Famer.
For one thing.
What's his name from the Ravens this season? Andrews, who dropped
that
ball.
Andrews. Right,
similar situation.
You'll forget how great he was.
Right, no, it's too bad.
So the record for baseball is 394 for a season. Tony Gwynn.
No, it's not the record. That's the closest we've gotten
Since
to 400 in a
1943?
million years.
Right. What's the
I don't know what single season. Ted Williams is the last guy to hit 400. I think it was 1941.
I don't have
like
those
that.
kind of numbers offhand.
Yeah,
okay,
but it's been nearly 100 years since somebody's done it.
Right.
George Brett got close. Tony Gwynn got close.
I would have lost my house. Nomar's on here. 372 in 2000.
Yeah.
I would have
lost my house on there.
Or a lawnmower.
Hey, there you go again. See, come on.
That's me playing the Kershaw thing over and over again.
And you're going to get an old school guy that's going to not think the
gonna knock
lawnmower
my
joke
head
is
through
funny.
next
Right
week.
in your ear.
Going to not think it's funny.
Lawnmower that.
I figured it's your birthday. You're not going to be mean, so I get one last one in.
It is ESPN LA's Legends Launch, presented by Legends Attic. It's all part of ESPN LA's 4th annual All-Star Friday Night, coming up on July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex. Step up to the plate and take your shot in a high-energy challenge to hit as many balls as you can in 90 seconds. Bring your own bat and helmet and bring your big swing, because spots are limited. Head to ESPNLA.com right now to reserve your spot. Step up, swing big, be legendary. I got through it without the pause and everything.
Good job.
Don Nelson decided to come in off the top rope on the Luka situation. Let's go, Don Nelson. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland, today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
By the way, I was mobbed by listeners when I walked over to LA Live. So many
For
people
what
listening
reason?
to the show. Just fans of the show.
Oh, okay.
So I was mobbed. Both of these guys listen. To me, that's a mob.
Somebody yelled at you at Slay?
That's true. He stood up at Slay and said, "I'm a P1."
God bless you,
God
sir.
Bless that guy.
OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway, it's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, "Cappy sent me." Park West Bicycle Casino, come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR 001291. GAR 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy. And from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Celebrating DeMarco Farr's birthday here on a Monday morning, soon to be afternoon. You going to have a special birthday dinner? Do you stick a candle in a tofu dog or something?
I have to go out to Pachanga after this.
Oh, is that today?
I'm going to try to make it back, but we're keeping some things on hold. That's why I got the Hawaiian shirt.
Oh. Is that your Pachanga uniform?
Kinda. And I have to go right from there to a party. It's at a saloon.
Oh.
Yeah, we're live music on Mondays. It's awesome. It's a bunch of dads.
That sounds fun.
It is really cool. Really, really cool. They play, what's that? Come out and play.
The Offspring.
The Offspring. They play like an Offspring set. I got to go see this.
Okay.
A bunch of old dudes look like us playing Offspring. Right. And they play it well. I got to go see this.
And a lot of guys in Tommy Bahamas?
That's the whole deal.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I wear these a lot. I don't think I do.
No.
That's what I said.
I mean, I don't see you in your everyday knockaround stuff.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
I guess this is my...
Speaking of, this is my second to last day.
I was going to say, where are we on this challenge?
Tomorrow's the last day.
So you're cruising to the
I'm going to make them wait.
That's a stand-up triple.
I'm going to make them wait.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I don't get a lot of those.
I like
I was going to say, that's a rarity.
A, I don't get a lot of hits. B, I sure as hell don't get a lot of stand-up triples along the way. Let's try a quick phone call here. Let's go to Noel in Los Angeles. Noel, you're on with Travis DeMarco and Yates. What's up?
Morning. I really just wanted to make this an appreciation call. It's a happy birthday to DeMarco, but also just wanted to say, listening to you guys every morning, it feels like I know you guys. So hearing this is birthday, it's like a genuine happy birthday, man.
Oh, thank you, man. That's awesome.
How about that?
Thank you very much. That's very cool. That's cool to hear, right? Yeah,
Heck
that's
yeah.
very cool. That's the whole point, right?
Thank you, Noel. Appreciate
Come on in.
that.
Pull up a stool. Let's talk.
Yeah. No, look, that's the idea, right?
Yeah. We just have one. Just don't wear green or Celtics, and you're good.
That's the only rule?
That's the only rule.
You're not like
State?
you're not like that. There's a big thing going viral where some girl yelled at some other girl for dressing better than her on her birthday.
No, we're not doing
if
that.
I showed up in a 3-piece suit to the saloon,
look,
with gold glasses on, would you be mad for getting
Pull up a chair. Let's go. Right. We're good.
Here's what I can tell you. I wouldn't notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
I wouldn't be mad at you because it would never cross my mind.
I think why is he wearing a suit? But come on
I'd
in.
be like,
what are you drinking?
You got court or something? Like what? Like you getting meeting with your attorney?
How
like
bad
what are you doing?
it? Right. What happened?
And did you see that clip that I was talking about? Do you know what I'm referring to?
No, I haven't seen
You
this.
haven't? Okay. Anyway, it's like this girl yelling at a girl in her back seat. She's like, "Why would you dress like this on my birthday when you know my man's coming and you know you got more body than me and you out here wearing this, that, and third? You should have been." I was like, "Oh man,
wow,
that's tough." But
I don't get my birthday being upstaged. I get a wedding. You shouldn't upstage the bride. I get you shouldn't wear white, etc. But also, you're the bride. You're the birthday girl. People are going to look at you anyway.
It's all fair game at the club.
Why would you order fajitas at my birthday dinner kind of thing? Same deal.
I don't understand the rules.
Say that again. Why would you order fajitas at my birthday dinner?
Yeah, it's a big.
Because it's a look at me.
It's a look at me, Louis situation. You know what I'm saying?
Fajitas are whack.
It's like buying a.
You mean the sizzling plate that comes in? Oh, I see. Yes, ordering flambe or bananas Foster.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they are good.
That's why I ordered.
They're pretty good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Similar thing, but that again, we can get off of it if it's not interesting to you guys. But my TikTok has been flooded with people trying to check other people with how they're dressing at weddings this summer, about people not knowing what real black tie is and what not real white tie and formal attire is, and girls just being like, no one got the memo that it's actually black tie. I'm like, everyone
Isn't black tie a tuxedo?
Black
For
tie
men, it's
is a
easy.
tuxedo,
Yes.
but white tie is tails or whatever. Like, is it
And
more
then
formal?
It's more formal, and then for women, it's like the difference between your dress should touch the floor if it's black tie. If you show your ankle at all, it's formal. It's not black tie.
That
so
went way
it's
That all went way out the window after the
Black
pandemic.
tie hits the ground. If you show your ankle, it's formal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is semi-formal, formal, black tie, white tie. White tie is like you're going to the Met Gala. Yeah.
We've been breaking rules our whole relationship.
Oh,
my
so you guys were
God.
talking about wine earlier, especially you, because you were waiting for the picture, right?
Yeah.
So my neighbor, Peter, shout out to Peter. We weren't home this weekend. I left first in the morning. Brenda left in the afternoon, but she left the garage door open.
Oh.
He went in my garage, took out the safety, you know, that he pulls that.
pin.
Yeah, pulled the pin, and then he manually shut it. He left me a note on the garage door saying, hey, call me. You left your door open, whatever. And then I called him. You know, the next day he told me, hey, man, I just went in there. I'm like, no wonder my remote didn't work. He's like, oh, sorry for the inconvenience. I'm like, no, bro, like it's not inconvenient at all. But I want to give him something. Like a bottle of wine should be cool. Like, you know, for doing that.
6-pack?
And then 6-pack. He's a wine guy. Like,
Okay.
we had a conversation. He's a wine guy, but I don't know what to. I'm not a wine person, so what kind of wine?
Why don't you just ask
should I
him?
get the guy? Nah, I just don't want to kind of
Okay,
give him the heads up. you know?
profile this individual for me, and I'll tell you what we're going to get him.
I like this.
Yeah.
The sommelier.
How old is he?
He's probably your guess's age.
White guy?
White, black, Latino?
No, he's a black man. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's a black man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's in his 50s? Perfect. You want to get him...
You're dying to see what he...
No. I'm going to get him...
Get him some old E.
No. I was going to say something
You want to
different.
get him a Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to get him a Willamette River Vineyard Pinot Noir.
Okay.
It won't break your bank, but it's a nice bottle of wine.
A body, like a fuller bodied red kind of deal?
It's a medium bodied
medium
red.
bodied, okay.
Because if you're going full, you're making an assumption. Not everybody likes full.
As a black man who drinks full bodied reds, I'm just saying.
That could be for you.
You know,
but if I didn't know,
keep that in mind.
Even if you go a medium bodied red, a full bodied red wine could still be very satisfying.
Sure.
That's a good rule of thumb.
And white, generally speaking, is
Don't
a
give
weird
any
choice
black man
for
white
a guy.
wine ever.
Resist the urge to buy Snoop Dogg wine.
But white is the go-to for a woman.
100%.
Yes.
You could do a
White
Sauv,
rosé,
we
you
could
won't
do
go
a
bad.
Yeah. Look, you can give me a bad bottle of wine. I'm taking it all.
It's all wine.
I'm here.
I was going to say Moscato, but you know,
that's
see,
the one.
That's another inroad.
That's the one
another
right
inroad
there.
if he's a brother.
Find
You know
like a
what I'm saying?
$20 bottle of Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Yeah, 25, something like that.
Yeah, because that's not too much,
Right.
but not too little.
It's not. You didn't buy it off the bottom shelf at the grocery store. It was at eye level,
Right.
Yeah.
but you're also not going up to the top, and it's not locked in the
It's
case.
not a case of Modelo's.
Yeah.
So,
Who's this guy again? One more time. Who's this guy?
He's my neighbor, front neighbor. Like we, you know, so he just.
You want the best way out of it? Take him to a bar. Go buy him a drink. See what he orders.
Yeah, that's a time commitment, though.
I'm just, I mean, you
That
got
changes
15
You don't want to
minutes.
hang out.
Yeah.
15. Go to Applebee's.
That changes things.
Well, then that's longer. That's an hour.
Yeah, but you could get what is the frozen thing they have at Applebee's that are like a buck?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Cooleritas or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, they're only a buck.
There you
can
go.
You could both go out there with your minds erased and not even break a 20.
See what's happening. Right.
Yeah.
And they do have unlimited all-you-can-eat chicken tenders right now
See?
at Applebee's.
Is that right?
Something in it for you, too. There you go.
How about that? That sounds great.
Right.
Chicken tenders? I mean, that
Next
sounds
time
amazing.
you guys can go close my garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, why
Clayton,
don't
do
you
you
get
get
about
this? When people buy me wine, they like buy me Snoop Dogg wine.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I thought you might be interested. Why?
They're not getting you Martha Stewart?
Let me just
No,
help you.
I get Snoop.
No one,
Yeah.
everybody knows I like wine.
Yeah.
No one's ever given me Snoop Dogg
Yeah, I was
wine.
going to say, that's
Yeah.
not on the Christmas list whatsoever.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's
Right.
bad wine. I've never had the pleasure,
Yes.
but they're not giving me
All
Snoop
this
Dogg
wine and Bevmo, and that's
Yeah.
what you come up with?
I was going to say, like, where do you even
Yeah,
find
that's an
that?
aggressive choice.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
unless you've told me I like Snoop's wine.
That's gutsy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No thanks.
Respect.
At least they didn't give you like Black Girl Magic wine. And just again another
Something.
assumption.
Right.
Black Girl Magic wine is a good wine.
It is
though.
good. I've had it.
That's one of the
but-
first. That wine was actually in San Francisco, in the park for a long time.
In the
Black Girl-
park?
like at Oracle Park.
Oh,
that was
no
the
way.
wine that was at
Oh.
Oracle Park. Yeah.
I thought you meant like there was a winery
No,
in the
no,
middle
no,
of the
no,
park.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
Okay.
you
My
can
bad.
do
I meant
that?
the ballpark that the Major League Baseball
Isn't
team
that
plays in.
bootlegging?
Yeah, I believe that's called an open container violation, which I don't even think we do those anymore, but what are you going to do? All right,
boys.
We got a little factor cap coming up next. Plus, I want to get into why Don Nelson felt that he needed to wear Luka's shoes to represent his, or to register his protest, which I absolutely love. It's all coming up. Plus, you're going to want to listen all this week to our show for your chance to win a $100 gift card to Islands Restaurants. Call 877-710-ESPN. How about this? How about you call right now and caller number 7 will win. Make sure to try their new $10 protein bowls available for only a limited time. Listen all this week, 9 to noon on 710 ESPN. Factor Cap's coming up next.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
I noticed today I never put YouTube up.
Okay.
Today it's up. What do you think my big surprise is? Not how great I look.
You do look great in it.
Brian, big surprise.
I'm looking at what you're wearing. Is it something to do with your appearance?
No.
Oh.
I'm a huge hand talker.
Oh, you just realized that?
Non-stop hands, and the chair is always moving. The mic is off and on. I mean, I'm like scattered in here. So it's actually it's at least interesting, I think, to look at. And by the way, if you're not watching us on YouTube, I expect 1,000 damn people on there right now. Go to YouTube/ESPN LA, and I want to see 1,000 people watching the Mason and Ireland show on YouTube.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, show. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
Aloha. Welcome back, R-Truth.
Yep. Welcome back, R-Truth. I like to play a little game with myself. So we have TNT on in the studio, and it's because it's that time of year. You had the Roland Garros over the past weekend, and so I just like to guess the movie as soon. Yeah, in hockey. Yeah. I like to guess the movie as soon as I can. Just random movies during the day, but that's what I'm doing in the meantime. So, the GMs of Angels and Giants are both brothers. It's Perry and Zach Manassian of the baseball teams.
Okay.
They executed a trade this weekend, and they are the first sibling general managers in MLB history to make a trade, which is it feels like something that should have happened before, but it's really cool, I think. But you guys all have brothers. Say you guys were both in the same industry, and specifically both GMs of football organizations or baseball organizations. You would trust your brother to not get one over on you. Travis, fact or cap?
Fact. I do not think my brother would. Now, he would make a deal that might be a good deal for him, but he's not looking to jam me up. He might do the one where he gets the better end of it, but it won't be a disaster for me. I would trust my brother not to hang me up like that. Fact.
DeMarco?
I'm going to go fact, too, but it depends on where we are at that moment. We have never played against each other as football players. We were always on the same. We were always on each other's teams to begin with, no matter what sport we played.
Like Little League and all that stuff?
Little League, everything. We're always together. But there was a moment with my older brother, who's 2 years ahead of me. If you do turn pro and I wind up becoming a pro, we may have to play against each other on special teams and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was cool, but we thought about it, like what would have happened had we played against? It'd be kill or be killed. There'd be no difference.
Yeah.
So depending on where we are, I would think my brother would have my best interests at heart, but he's still my big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still the guy that would want to get me
But
for
he
something.
wouldn't do a deal. Like, for instance, if you guys were doing a deal, you're doing a trade.
Yeah.
Okay? And he knows this is such a bad deal for you that it might get you fired.
He wouldn't do that.
Right. Yeah. No
He
chance.
wouldn't Luka trade you?
He wouldn't Nico Harrison you.
But if I needed a lifeline, I think he would put his job on the line for me by taking a trade.
Yeah.
I need you to do this for me. Yes.
Give me Luka.
Right.
I really need
for
Luka.
nothing.
Right.
Jorge, what about you?
I think, if we're competitive playing sports, he'll want to do one over me, but we worked together before, and there's things that had happened, and he always seems to have my back. I don't think it'll be an issue there. So,
what about you, Em? You have three sisters.
Well, I think my brother would try to get me fired so he could hire me.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Right,
I get that. I get that.
I think that my sister shouldn't trust me with the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right
Scorpion over there.
I think my other sisters would be very nice, and I don't think I would be. Okay, so I went to an event this weekend, and it was a lot of people. It was really fun, and it was also just a lot of. It was all women, and so. The bathroom situation wasn't the male line is shorter and the female line's longer. It was just everything. It was all porta potty, so everything was really long. And sometimes going to the bathroom could take 15 minutes to get to there, or 20 minutes. Sometimes it was a lot of people and a lot of bathrooms. So with women, there's not an easy of a alternative solution for this.
Oh yeah.
But. You men can answer this. 10 minutes is the max you would wait in line for a bathroom when you have a way to take it into your own hands. Do you understand the statement?
I think I know what you mean.
So 10 minutes is the max you would wait.
Yeah, I mean, depending on where I am, how many I had to drink, I'll start looking around, scouting around for an area. Like this line is taking too long. There's a bush.
Right, exactly. You're outdoors. You're not in a stadium or something.
Over there.
Yeah.
There's a big gulp cup in my car.
Right.
Hey, listen. Yeah.
Travis?
He answered the question exactly right. It depends on where I am. If I'm at a place where there's an easy alternative and I'm not going to get a ticket or something, then sure, I don't even know if I'm waiting 10 minutes. But sometimes there isn't. You just got to kind of cross your fingers and hope. And that's when the big gulp cup becomes because you can nobody's going to see you in your car or anything like that. But 10 might even be a little long.
There's a money-making angle.
Yeah.
You can just sit there at the front of the line and place hold and $20. Come on.
Yeah.
That won't happen, though. That won't happen. So funny you bring that up. We were at a concert a while back, Brenda and I, right? It was an underground place, and we got there early, so it was general admission. So you get there, you get the front of the row. We're standing at the front of the row, and then the concert's going halfway through. She's like, "Yo, I gotta go," and I was like, "Well, you better hold it." She's like, "I can only hold it for about 20 minutes or so. But I don't think I can, hang anymore." 20 minutes go by. She's like, "I really have to go," so she left. On the way back, she texted me. She's like, "Yo, either you come back here because I can't. They don't let me back into the front."
I remember you told me the story.
Yeah. So I wouldn't wait more than 10 minutes, so it would be capped for me. And she waited a lot, and it's just.
That's true.
Depends on where you're at.
Stuck sometimes.
There are more options for us, I guess.
Yeah.
There are very few options for us.
I mean, you can.
It just is a lot more obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's more obvious for us? You know when the dude's doing it on the freeway.
Sure.
You know what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, sometimes.
Got the passenger
sometimes
door
you
open.
just got to do what you got to do.
We're a little bit more exposed, I think.
I understand.
Yeah.
So this is a good way to do it. If you're gonna do it outside the freeway, open both doors so you're in the middle. So you open the back door and the passenger door, and then just go in between both doors. You're covered.
All right.
Oh,
You cover yourself
front and
with
back
two
door.
doors.
Yeah. I thought you meant the driver. I'm like, can't they see you?
No. You gotta.
I get you.
Well, unless you really want to show off. Yeah.
Cover yourself with both
That's
doors.
pretty good. Yeah.
I'm right here.
Right.
What do you think?
Just go to the front of the
My
car.
goodness.
Yes.
After game one, there was a contingent of people, including myself, that were upset that the courts for the NBA Finals do not look like NBA Finals courts. There's nothing on it in game one that signified that this is a different thing than a regular season game. So for game two, the NBA decided to be like, oh, we listened to you guys complain. We're going to superimpose a really bad graphic onto the court.
Digital?
And then it was digital. It looked bad. It was a very bad version of a graphic of the Larry O'Brien trophy, and then it was gone in the second period, and then came back. It was so clearly, obviously, not on the court, superimposed. It sucked. It made us hate it even more. So just keep it off the court. Just don't even put it on. Don't acknowledge that you made a mistake. Just let it go. Jorge Factor Cap.
Yeah, just let it go. I mean, for soccer, they don't. If it's the World Cup final, like you'll see it on the stadium, right? Like it's on the side. It says World Cup final, and that's all we get. You don't see the trophy anywhere else but on that. But again, I'm used to not seeing it because of soccer. It's just a game. But the NBA, if you're gonna say we're not gonna put anything to show that this is the finals, then don't try to correct it.
It's on like the base. It's on the what is at the end of the
baselines.
The baselines. It's on the baselines, but that's about it. Travis?
I think it's cap. I think you can do it. It's funny. This is kind of counterintuitive for me because DeMarco, you've heard me talk about how much I pay attention to uniforms and ballparks and all this stuff, and I'm usually pretty good at noticing minutia. But with this kind of thing, for whatever reason, it has not landed on me at all. I didn't notice that it was CGI'd. I watch a lot of hockey too, which is constantly having CGI images on the glass, on the boards, on the ice, and maybe I'm just oblivious to it, but it doesn't bother me at all.
DeMarco?
Ask the question again.
They should have just not acknowledged it. Not acknowledged the fan outcry of the vocal minority.
I'm going to go fact. I think it's another black eye for NBA.
Black eye is a strong word.
Well, I mean, how would you rate this NBA season? Because it's been one bad thing after another.
I'm the wrong person to ask because it doesn't hit me in the feels the way it might some other
The draft
people.
wasn't great. This isn't the finals you would have picked.
I haven't watched the draft in 20 years, so it's all the same to me. The finals are deeply unmotivating for me. It has not been. But the Luka thing was awesome.
Most insane
the
trade.
biggest thing was a trade that should never have happened.
Jimmy Butler.
And Butler. I mean, it seems like Adam Silver in particular has been taking it on the chin.
Yeah.
The thing is,
so maybe you should have just ignored it because it looks like you're, what do you call that? Backpedaling?
Yeah. Acquiescing.
Acquiescing, yes.
NBA in general, whether it be people at ESPN making decisions or Adam Silver, tend to, if you get enough retweets, they'll listen to anybody online. It's the big they out there. No, listen to yourself. Listen to your judgment. If you're going to stick by something, stick by something.
Go ahead.
I was going to move on to the next subject. Do you have something?
Yeah, there was a video that I came across that they said they're doing more to promote the in-season tournament with the trophy on the courts and all this changes. But
they had those weird courts all over the place. Yeah.
And I thought that was important, but not the NBA Finals.
Goodell, almost untouchable. Adam Silver?
What Silver has is he's got the players have his back. The players seem to really like him.
One last thing for you guys. So Front Office Sports is reporting this. Michael Jordan's rumored $40 million annual salary to join the NBA and NBC is inaccurate. So that's not what he's going to be making. But the rumored number would be twice what Charles Barkley makes per year from TNT.
That's how it's written in the deal?
This is what Front Office Sports is reporting.
Oh, man.
I don't know if it's literally like the PDF says I would like to have twice as much as Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
But it probably was the incentive.
He is legit petty. I love it.
My statement is Michael Jordan deserves twice as much money as Charles Barkley to do that. Travis, Fedor, Cap.
Cap, but I love it. I loved because, like what DeMarco said, that is the most Jordan thing ever. Not only do I want more, because we've heard like I want $1 more than that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I want double that guy. The reason he's not worth it.
What Charles makes.
Charles Barkley might be the greatest sports television personality we've ever had.
Ever.
He might be the greatest single former athlete turned broadcaster ever. So to get double that with no indication whether he's going to be good at it or not, it seems crazy to me.
Okay, so Shaq was talking about this, and he makes a good point. And I'm with you on Charles Barkley. I love Charles Barkley. He is a TV character to me. Like, you almost forget how good he was as a player.
Sure.
Because of what he does on TV.
Yeah.
But Shaq said this about Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan says you're either A, great, or you're not, that's it. That's the end of the line. That's worth way more than anything Charles has to say. This is validation or the opposite from Michael Jordan.
If you're the player, sure, but I have no idea whether Michael Jordan is going to be good on TV or not. If he's just being a Caesar and thumbs upping and thumbs down people, that's not great TV other than in the moment he does it. Charles is like a content machine.
Charles is entertaining us. I don't think Jordan is there for entertainment. I think he's
so
there
either.
to be the bottom line.
Yeah.
I think these two just going. I think it's just one of those things where he's just like, I'm just gonna rub him, just push his buttons. I don't know how that works, but I feel
there
like
was a video I just saw of Michael playing with Tiger, and Michael Jordan dropped a putt in front of Tiger and gave him the fist pump.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
This dude is insanely competitive.
Oh no, he's a lunatic. In the best possible way, he's a lunatic. But if I'm a television executive, Charles. You're telling me you're going to be twice as good as Charles Barkley on TV? No, you're not. Charles Barkley's the best guy we've ever had doing this. So
we'll see.
Yeah. I'm feeling fairly comfortable that you're not going to be twice as good as Charles Barkley.
I can't wait to see either way. It's going to be fun.
I'm going to watch.
I'm going to watch. That's what I'm saying, right.
For sure.
Jordan's on.
Factor Cap is brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. That's a fact. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. When an old man wears shoes to make a point. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Teams are battling for the championship, and there's no better place to get in on the intensity than ESPN Bet. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ, that's JOEQ, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York. Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
you have to have my golf balls tomorrow. But how long do I have to wait until I get my golf balls when I win the bet tomorrow?
You actually win the bet tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
You tell me. You want it that day?
No, it can wait. It's not
no VIG?
You have to pay
no
your
VIG.
You know VIG?
No
okay.
juice.
You're not going to put points on it?
Points on the package, no.
Don't send grandma after me.
Yeah,
okay?
No points on the package.
Okay, yeah, okay.
All right.
I pay up quick. That's how I do it.
You pay up immediately.
Pay up, right?
Okay, you do pay up immediately. I just never beat you in a boxing bet. I'm usually the
you
one
keep
paying
picking
him.
against Canelo.
Exactly.
I mean,
we need to pick an off-brand fight. There we go. Yeah.
So tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I know.
No,
you got
wait.
stuff today.
Tomorrow.
You got stuff today.
Okay,
Wednesday.
by Wednesday. By Wednesday.
All
By
right.
Wednesday.
All right. Remember, orange box.
Orange. I got it written down.
Yeah,
I got it. Yep. Okay. We're all good.
I went to the cleaners on Saturday.
Yeah.
And picked up, and I got like all of them back because I was down to the very last one.
Yeah.
Now I'm flush. I could go another 2 weeks.
Really?
I mean,
Would you like to go double or nothing?
No, because one will last me a while. And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. It's freezing in here.
Yes.
I want to put on a sweatshirt again.
What if we go 5 boxes if you go another 2 weeks?
Oh, I'll do that.
You'll do.
Yeah, I mean, shoot.
I went too far again.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you want to sign up for that,
I'll get you the box. We're good.
All
Yes,
right.
congrats. And you look good. You look great. Does he look good in those shirts?
Of course. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
You look very good.
Thank
you look
you.
very
Thank you, sir.
astute.
You look like you're going somewhere after work. That's
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Like meetings and stuff. Like it just feels like you're going somewhere else.
So we're going out on, Susan and I are going to go get lunch on Saturday afternoon. And I wasn't this shirt, but I put on a shirt like this and a pair of shorts and flip-flops. I'm just thinking of you. and I come downstairs and she's like, why are you dressed so nice? I'm like, I just put on a shirt. And she said, now I have to go change. I'm like, what universe are we living in? Why?
Yeah.
We're going to go sit at a bar and have lunch. What does it matter?
Isn't that kind of a backhanded compliment? If I just put on a shirt and I'm dressed up, so what do I look like
I was
before
basically
this?
dressed like this, just with a pair of shorts
Ah,
on instead.
okay. Now I
and then
have to
she
change.
went up and changed the whole thing.
Well, you can't outdress your date. Didn't we establish that?
She could have come down.
Were her ankles covered?
It was not black tie, but rather formal. Yeah, I don't know.
Was
the
the
rules.
dress touching the floor?
Like, what would have to for Susie to come down?
Yeah.
For you to go, wait, I'm not dressed enough to go out with you. She would have to have like an evening gown
If
on
she
or something,
turned
right?
back the clock and came out of the room like back in the day,
Yeah.
I would have to change and go put something else on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how often is that going to happen?
Rarely.
Right.
We're moms and dads
I
now.
had
We
on
don't
a
do that
shirt
anymore.
and shorts.
Yeah, of course.
And then I got inundated
Yes.
with e-bike ads. So Don Nelson, former Warriors coach, Knicks coach, Dallas Mavericks coach, Dallas Mavericks executive, he was presented with the Chuck Daly Award, which is like a lifetime achievement coaching award in the NBA. And he was at the NBA Finals, and he had on Luka's shoes. And he made it, not only did he have on Luka's Nikes, but he made it a point to say, hey, I've got on these Luka shoes because I wanted to remind everyone how much that trade sucks.
Wow.
I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically
Yeah.
what his message was. And it reminded me all over again, that was weird. Like, because we were in it, and Luka came to Los Angeles, came to the Lakers, that we immediately like, oh my gosh, Luka's here. This is exciting. What can they do? Can they win? This, just with the benefit of 3 or 4 months of time, that was weird. So weird, in fact, that Don Nelson, who never leaves Hawaii,
Ever.
ever,
Yeah.
came over here, and one of his first points of emphasis was that Luka trade sucks.
Crazy. I wish we had the DeLorean so we can go forward 10 years till we can get the 30 for 30.
Yeah,
And
you're
learn
right.
how and why all this happened. Don't you love those? How they produce those when you
100%.
have one guy talking, the next scene is Luka sitting down like, oh, this is about to get good.
Yeah.
Like to find out all that stuff about why this actually happened, because I don't buy what they're saying. But
No, nobody does.
I wish we could, but we can't. But I think we have heard from absolutely everybody now about this trade.
Seems like it.
Is there anybody left that we need to hear from? Because it's almost like,
Okay,
why are we talking about it anymore?
I want to try to answer that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, and you tell me if you feel the same way. I think the principals have spoken. Rob has talked, Luka has talked, Nico has talked, Jason Kidd has talked, LeBron James has talked,
Everybody.
Anthony Davis has talked. They've
Yeah.
all talked. But do you get the sense that everyone's just letting it rip? or that everybody's got their foot on the brake when they're talking about it?
I think everyone has pretty much said what they had to say.
What they're willing to say. I don't know if they've said what is like the real.
Well, I don't expect more from Luka. Luka gave you his entire heart. He said, I never thought I'd be leaving. I love it there, all this stuff. When he went back to Dallas, that was a big deal. He gave it to you. The only one I don't really believe or want to hear more from is actually LeBron.
He's at the top of the list.
That's the only one like, okay, did you know about this or not?
I think the only person who spilled their guts was Luka.
Right.
I think Luka.
And Rob Pelinka.
Rob has skin in the game here.
He just picked up the phone.
From what they're telling us, yes.
But that's his position. Hard to argue. Right.
It is. But Luka, to your point, he kind of gutted it like, I never thought I was going to leave. Luka laid it all out there.
Yeah.
But everybody else, like, I don't think Jason Kidd's told us what's really going on in his mind. I don't think
Jason Kidd told me everything I needed to know when he sat right next to Nico Harrison. Remember that? In that press conference, when you sat right there.
Yeah, but he's also got to try to maintain that. And who knows? Maybe he ends up going to the Knicks. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But that he also, like, I'm here for now. I don't know for how long, but I'm here for now. So I gotta be the good soldier at least for the time being.
That's the body language I got from that hostage video.
Yeah.
Like, this is not his idea.
Yeah.
So that tells me he was not on board.
I love what you said. The idea of a 30 for 30 type show 5 years from now, 10, and a great deal of this will be told on how the Lakers do with him. If 5 years from now, the Lakers are where the Lakers are right now, they're in the playoffs, but they're not really a threat to win a title. They haven't gotten back to the finals, maybe not even the Western Conference Finals. They're good. They make it. They don't make it. They lose in the first round. They go to the second round. The story gets a little less weird, especially depending on what Dallas does moving forward. If Luka goes to the finals, wins an NBA championship, this thing just grows legs for years and years and years. Like the next 5 or 10 years are where the story gets told.
True. If the Lakers don't net a championship out of this trade, I don't think they've lost the trade. I think if Dallas doesn't find a way into the finals at least, they definitely lost the trade.
Both, right?
Well, I mean, I can't. I mean, if you're close knocking on the door with Luka and you actually lose no ground, or you're a little bit better, you won the trade. You got better. You just didn't get the ultimate prize. And it may be out of your control, considering what OKC is right now.
You think that the Lakers, and I'm thinking this through, that if the Lakers 5 years from now, we're at the end of the 2030 NBA season, and the Lakers did not win a championship with Luka Doncic, we're still sitting here going, yeah, the Lakers won that trade.
I don't think you lost the trade. You may be a little disappointed because put Anthony Davis on this team for that same run, and you don't win a championship. Okay, that's what would have happened anyway.
Okay.
Now, if you're a little bit better position-wise, what do you call that, seeding?
Yeah.
Your record's better.
Yeah.
Luka's filling it up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you didn't lose
Yeah,
it.
I mean, could it be one of those that nobody won and everybody? I think it's hard to say the Lakers lost because they got the great player.
If Dallas doesn't win, they lose the trade. They're losing the trade, period.
Yes. Okay.
Even if they win, they still might lose the trade.
Co-sign that.
Yeah.
If they don't win, then they've lost. I get that. But the Lakers are kind of where they were. They just got a different star player.
Correct. You didn't lose any ground.
Yeah.
But you didn't win the trade.
And they didn't give up anything. It's not like had they traded 30 first-round picks to go get him, then you lose the trade. But that's not what it was.
If Max Christie becomes a superstar,
interesting,
and leads Dallas to 4 championships,
the next Jalen Brunson,
then you lose, right?
Yeah.
But that's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
It's a weird deal because guys get traded, and I get it. This was a blockbuster that does not have a lot of comparisons. It was very, very surprising. But that Don Nelson, again, that's a weird thing to circle back and touch on again.
Well, okay, I love Donnie, and Donnie has the right. He's earned the right to say what he wants to say.
Sure.
But it's dead and buried. Luka plays for the Lakers now. It's over. We've said it. Why bring it up again?
Because he hadn't gotten a chance to.
He's Uncle Junior.
Yeah.
He's Uncle Junior.
I
Yes.
need to tell you how much I think that sucks.
Right.
Now that I've said it, I can go back to Maui and hang out.
But the wounds are started to heal. Everybody's moving on. And you ripped them off again. Now we got to start this stuff again. You know, you could send Luka on a binge again. He's looking good right now. You never know.
You never know. I saw some of the pictures again this weekend. It's just, there are pictures of me, of you, of everybody where you look and go, oh, I look good right there. And then you take the picture the next day. You're like, I look like a fatso in that picture. It's like it's one day apart. It's not any different.
I know. I mean, look, that's the thing about, and the only thing to finish this is I don't know where LeBron actually stands on this. I guess I have to take him at his word when he says he didn't know. But
I don't know.
10 years from now, it could be a different story.
I don't really put a lot of stock in what he says. And LeBron always has multiple angles on everything.
Of course.
So I'm just going to assume that this is one of the angles. I don't know what the real is.
He's got a way out.
I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll see. But I'll say this. It might not matter considering what they're building in OKC. And that's the thing. If you think Luka just by himself is good enough to beat them, you got another thing coming.
No, amen to that.
Yeah.
That you got to hope that all that stuff that we talked, the aprons, the luxury taxes,
start to catch up with them.
Entropy, injuries, life, it starts to happen sooner than later because this may be the worst version of this team.
Yes.
Like, what if you get another year of seasoning on SGA and on Chet?
The boogeyman in the West is actually a champion. Now you got problems.
Yeah,
right.
That would be problematic. Dodgers-Padres open up a series tonight in San Diego. One game apart at this point. Shouldn't they have separated a little bit by now? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Next Gen, you know them, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. But did you know this? Did you know that the water in Southern California contains nitrates, pesticides, forever chemicals, lead, chromium, chlorine, and even more than just that? See what a difference purified water can make for you and your family. And for a limited time right now, Next Gen can help you with that because Next Gen is offering ESPN LA listeners $500 off any whole home water purification system. $500 off any whole home water purification system. That's an incredible deal. And of course, with Next Gen, you know what you're getting. Thousands of 5-star reviews, decade of experience. You can trust them for quality service and expertise. But it's not just that. Next Gen, they've got your whole house covered, right? They're offering plumbing, AC, heating, electrical services. So schedule a visit today and learn all about the benefits of cleaner water and total home comfort. Give them a shout. 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN and nextgenairandplumbing.com.
A fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Maybe it's those cute glasses. Like the Cuban Clark Kent is what you are right now.
Okay.
Goodness, you're cute. You are adorable.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway. It's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR 0021291. GAR 0021292. PSI is license number 1358.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurant's protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
And then Beto said, like, how much nicer it is now than the old days, like, culture-wise.
Yeah. I agree with him.
And gave me a lot of credit, you know, and Greg and stuff.
I agree with him.
Talked about how in the old days you weren't a great locker room guy.
Let me see.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, really.
Not since I've been here.
Yeah. Beto really.
I don't even think we were in this building when
no,
that
he was talking about the La Cienega days.
Yeah, it was La Cienega. That was
Mace
a dark
was real
place.
tough. Yeah,
that was a really.
You'd wear sunglasses.
It was dark rooms. Joe McDonough was there.
Joe liked to work with all the lights
in the dark, and it was very.
And he was, and that's why Beto didn't want to come back, specifically because of having to work with you again.
Oh, really? Well, now he's back and he's happy.
And well, he says
I've evolved.
That you're a better locker room guy.
I am the ultimate locker room guy.
And I think we should talk about it at Supercross.
Ultimate locker room guy.
3 o'clock today.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Looking for all things black and gold? Tap into LAFC Plus, hosted by Dave Denholm and Mario Ruiz.
This is LAFC Plus. He's Mario Ruiz. I'm Dave Denholm.
React to the latest match. Get ready for the upcoming game. Get exclusive interviews. Plus, a look around the rest of the MLS.
This is what LA is about. Not just being in the big games, but also winning.
New episodes of LAFC Plus drop weekly. Available everywhere you get your podcasts and on the ESPN LA app.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
So, I was watching the Dodgers on Thursday. This is his walk-up song, Freddie Freeman's.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
But I thought we had this whole thing that it wasn't.
Okay.
No, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing.
I knew.
Last year, I did this thing of like, we're revealing everyone's walk-up music last year. Not this past season, the season before they won the World Series. And then I said, it's Freddie Freeman's walk-up music is whatever this is. And then everyone was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm like, okay. And then I got stuck in my mind that everyone thinks that this isn't his walk-up music. And I'm like, I know it is. I know it is.
Okay.
But then...
This is his walk-up music.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it's walk-up
Yes,
music.
that's what
You
I
bring
thought.
it.
Yes, they will not be playing it this weekend in San Diego because they're on the road, but this is when they return to Dodger Stadium. This will be his song.
All-Star game is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
He's going to make the All-Star team.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He'll probably start.
I don't
Out of
think
respect,
that he
or
was
he's gonna
listed
earn
as
it?
the starter on some things.
He's
that
the
I have.
leading vote getter at the moment?
No, I don't think he is.
He is not?
I think
Okay.
it's
He'll
Bryce
make the team
Harper? I
one.
don't know.
If he doesn't make it on votes, he'll make it by manager
You
selection.
got to make that happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that
and
has
he's
to happen.
and he's deserving. He's hitting like 370 something.
What would be your comp? Is it Polar Bear? No.
Well, he could be. He's having a monster season
he's
too.
killing it,
Bryce
yeah.
Harper's incredibly popular at first base. So there's some other guys.
Okay. All right. Move over.
Yeah, he's still near the top of the list. Do you know a high school senior who is a leader, a scholar, and an athlete? If so, why not nominate them for the ESPN LA All-Star Student presented by Rotolo Chevrolet? There will be 5 winners. Each will receive a $500 scholarship, VIP treatment at our All-Star Friday night event. So nominate your All-Star Student today at ESPNLA.com. Thanks to Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region in California for 13 years in a row. Come see what all the fun is about. Em brought this up this morning. We were talking before the show. And because it ended the way that it ended, Dodgers won the World Series. They, and kind of just steamrolled the Mets and the Yankees, right? Those series weren't particularly close. Dodgers comfortably won both of those series. They were this close to going out in the first round again to the Padres again. They were down 2-1, game in San Diego, had to throw a bullpen game. It was one of those, are we going to fire dude? This is the first time they're playing them since that series ended.
Oh, wow.
And the Padres got them on the brink. It's the last time we've seen them truly vulnerable. Then they went on that run from there. I'm really curious to see what it looks like because it feels like 100 years ago that the Dodgers were that team that couldn't get over.
It does.
It wasn't. It's less than a year ago.
Did Machado get a ring for the Dodgers winning? Because he helped too.
No, they lost in the...
No. He helped the Dodgers win when he threw the ball in there, and Dave had to respond. That kind of brought out your character a little bit. You became a gritty team.
They played better after that.
That's
You're
where
right
all
about
that Yankee stuff came out when they were talking and being more, out front with their trash talk a little bit. That all started with the Padres, but yeah, it seems like it's been 100 years since that series. Seems like a lot has happened since that series.
A lot has happened since that series. So they nearly lose. They don't. They come back. They win that series. They beat the Mets. They beat the Yankees. They win the World Series in a non-pandemic season for the first time since 1988. Parade. Then they go out and they sign Blake Snell. And then they go out and they sign Tanner Scott. And they're spending all this money. And it's just oh my God, they're going to set up this crazy dynasty again. And it feels like
all that started there.
Yeah. But it's been a year.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a full year.
I know.
It's crazy how quickly the perception changed. And by the way, this season, great start, 8-0. Holy smoke, they're never going to lose a game. They've been a 500 team since then.
Yes. The definition of okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the mighty Dodgers. I was thinking you need this series more than anything.
I think it's
regardless
a good
of who you're playing. You know?
I think it matters who they're playing. I mean, you want to win because it's the team that's on your heels in the division, but we still have 60% of the season left. Like, we're not even at the halfway point. So there's a long way to go, but I agree with you. I think this is the first time where, I don't know, like even if the Dodgers got swept, what would they be? They'd be 2 games out of first. It's not like it's going to change the way I feel about it all that much, but they just haven't played great baseball consistently since the beginning of the year. It's a very strange year for the Dodgers.
You think they're in first by the break?
Yeah.
Still in first by the break?
I do.
I think a lot has to do with this series. It's going to tell us a lot.
Tell us something.
Yeah. Depending on how you pitch and who does it and what you need to get by the Padres.
But see, this is the part that is really interesting to me. Does it? Because other than Yamamoto and maybe May, none of these guys are going to pitch in the postseason.
Right. I'm just talking about right now. And you start to lose ground. Like losing series after series after series at some point will start to catch up with you. It doesn't mean you're going to lose the World Series, but you may not be in first place.
Yeah, I want to get worked up about the pitching. I really do. I want to do but these aren't the guys that are going to be pitching, both in the rotation and in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Now, if they are, if these guys just never come back, you're in deep trouble.
Yeah, then you're an average team.
But I just can't imagine that at least 1 or 2 of those starters don't come back and 1 or 2 of those high-leverage bullpen arms aren't functioning at a high level.
If they don't, I'm blaming you. You sold me on the fact that the Dodgers are doing this. This is baseball. This is a strategy. We're saving these guys until when it matters the most.
I think that was the strategy at the beginning of the year, but they've been down too long.
Yeah,
and there's too many of them. Had Blake Snell gone down for a month and then he comes back, it's like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If Tony Gonsolin, or not Tony Gonsolin, long hair, Tyler Glasnow. If Tyler Glasnow goes down for a month and he comes back, it's like, I know what you're doing. But these guys are not close.
What are you expecting out of Snell when he comes back? You better be damn near lights out when you come out.
But can you be?
Yes. That's why you signed him.
He hasn't pitched in 3 months.
That's why you signed him, right?
No, I'm not saying that he won't get back to it at some point in his career. What I'm saying is there's a reason that spring training's a month long. You know what I mean? Like there's an on-ramp. So even if he came back today, the on-ramp, say it's a month long, that's middle of July. Now, that's probably enough time. But what if he misses another month? Now you're in the middle of August, middle of September.
Could be next week against fierce rival.
We'll see.
That's the Padres?
They told me that he was going to come back in a week when they shut him down, and he's thrown 9 innings all year.
Okay, well.
So you know what I mean? I don't know.
Whatever the plan is, you may have to change it, or it's just time for you to get out there and pitch. That's why you're here. And I think Tanner Scott, like we said, at some point, with how they're using him and how many times they use him, I think that will even out towards the end.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a bad patch.
This sounds stupid because he's been kind of lousy for him this year.
Yeah.
I'm not even a little concerned.
I'm a little concerned.
The concern is that so many guys are hurt.
Right.
The concern isn't that
it's going to affect everyone differently.
No, it's a chain. It's a chain for sure.
I get you there. Yeah.
They should also play Kim every day.
I said that.
Yes. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Leave him out there.
Leave him out there.
Thank you. Why do they keep playing games?
Because he allegedly does not hit left-handed pitching well, so they don't play him against left-handers.
Okay, that's a baseball thing. I get that.
But let's find out.
I would leave him out there. Leave him out there and let him do his thing. Let him get better.
Let's find out if he can't. Because if you had a line, play this out. Freddie Freeman is going to play first base every day that he can play first base. If you could just, and I know Tommy Edmonds been playing second because they don't want him running around in the outfield on his bum ankle, and I get that. But put Kim at second. Kim's a better infielder than he is an outfielder.
Thank you.
Put Edmond in center, Mookie at short, Muncy at third. Michael Conforto's got to be getting close to getting shown the door, whether that's literal or metaphorical, like out of the lineup. And put Andy Pajas in left field and put Teoscar in right. That's your team.
That sounds about right, except for one thing. It'll never happen. Can you put somebody else at short and put Mookie back at right?
They're not going to do that.
I know.
They're not going to do that.
Who's the best shortstop on this team? Right.
Just defensively?
Right.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Either way, it's not.
Probably just straight defensively. It's probably still Rojas, but if it's not Rojas, it's Edmond. If it's not Edmond, it might be Kike.
I was thinking actually Edmond. That actually works out at short. Put Mookie back at right. I like that. Kim at second. Freeman at first.
Kim's fast. Kim gets on base. Yeah. Kim so far has been able to hit pretty well.
I think I could live and die with what he does at the plate.
Yeah, even if he's an automatic. I mean, is he any more of an automatic out than Michael Conforto or any of those other guys?
I've got some other monsters in the lineup that can make up that ground. I love the glove in the field.
Mookie's coming back. His bat's coming around a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, it's a weird year for him. Whatever. Do we ever put our finger on what happened to him when he lost weight?
No.
We just kind of let that go?
They never told us.
Okay.
He had a virus. He had a
virus?
Yeah.
And then the pinky toe? Yeah. Been a weird year.
Yeah.
And we said you should not do this. Just go back to right field, be that guy.
They are a 500 team since their hot start. Nothing really has gone well in the pitching staff, starters and relievers, and they're in first place. That's the part that you can't get worked up about. I want to, if you would have said to me,
that's what's going to wake people up when you're not in first place.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But if you said to me in the spring training, hey, Trav, we're going to get what's today, the 9th? It's going to be June 9th, and the Dodgers are going to be one game clear of the division. I would have said something really weird has to have happened. And something really weird has happened.
This qualifies.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Your entire pitching staff is broken?
I thought all of baseball is dealing with this. But it seems like it hit here hard.
They're at the top of the list.
What are they doing wrong?
I don't know, but something.
Something is amiss here.
Something. I don't know if it's this emphasis on velocity and pitch shape and RPM, and the people that are emphasizing those sorts of things are the people that are most, because the Dodgers, I'll go back a little bit. I used to like to jump up and down on the Angels, like your pitchers are always getting hurt. And it was true. And you look at the Dodgers guys never get hurt. And it's completely gone the other direction. All the Dodgers guys are. They're hurt more than everybody else. So I don't know if somebody else came in, somebody else went out. Emphasis was more put over here than over there. But my God, it's a mess.
Does someone's head have to roll for that because of is this the second year in a row?
If you can put your finger on whose fault it is, yes. But if it's just a philosophical change, then maybe you got to figure out whose philosophy it is, why we're doing it.
Injuries usually fall on the strength coaches. And then if not, the position coach, the pitching coach. When things like this happen, because you have to get more out of your staff than this.
And they're in first place.
And you're in first place, right? But you can't blame it on a guy, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
But if this is 2 years in a row where they haven't had a pitching staff for the most of the season.
Clearly, they're doing something wrong.
Something. Jared Verse 3X. You betting on that?
I am.
I'll
tell you why.
It's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's DFAR here. The Home Sweet Win promotion has announced their winner. Yay! One Long Beach single mother is now the proud owner of a brand new home in Temecula. She won last night at Pechanga Resort Casino. Think about that. She got a house, brand new house, handed her the keys. How awesome. 20 house owner hopefuls, along with thousands of people looking on, gathered at Pechanga Resort Casino to see this happen. Is it Myra V of Long Beach turned the key on the stage door, signaling she won the brand new 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in a premier gated Temecula gated community courtesy of Pechanga Resort Casino. We talked about your first home. How awesome is that? You get your keys, you get your door, it's you. Just really, really cool. Great job, Pechanga. Great. I'm so happy for you, Myra. You can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. You don't have to get stuck in traffic. You can be at the best casino resort in SoCal or in Southern California in less than 1 hour. You get all the amenities you expect, world-class resort, dining spa. There's 20 bars. The casino floor is huge. The golf courses are outstanding. The spas are great. Trust me on that. So come see why readers of Newsweek, USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Vegas. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now, and they might get you a new house.
Mason and Ireland.
A lot of people screamed at me on Twitter, which is fine. Don't use all caps. Don't use all caps when you
by the way,
tweet me.
the biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Mark your calendars, SoCal. The High Desert Beer and Wine Festival returns to the Palmdale Amphitheater on Saturday, June 21st from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sample craft brews from regional breweries, sip fine wines, and enjoy tasty food trucks while rocking out to live performances from Eve 6, DJ A1, and some of the best cover bands around. It's the tastiest party of the summer. Tickets available at highdesertbeerandwinefest.com. General admission and VIP options available.
That's highdesertbeerandwinefest.com.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code,
summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing a schedule,
and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station. 710
ESPN.
So how long will you stay at the saloon tonight?
Oh, God. It's Monday. We got to come back.
And that's why I'm asking.
I'm going to shut it down about 10:30, 11. Is that too early or late? Is that late?
That's gonna go midnight.
Yeah.
No. I'm good. I'll be out the door by 10:30.
When do you wake up to walk?
4. Alarm goes off at 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're planning on going out till 11 and get up at 4?
Sleep, getting up and walk, that's not the thing. It's how much I actually throw down. How far I throw that bottle over the fence. Right.
I love that so much.
Yeah. Makes sense, right?
I've introduced it to my family, and my daughter Kelly really enjoys. She goes, "What did you say?" I said, "You throw it over the fence too far." She goes, "Oh, I like that."
Good, right?
Like, it's perfect.
Same old dude in a barbershop told me, if I tell you a duck could pull a truck, you better hook his blank up. So if he says it, that means it's right.
Yeah.
If I get a call from you at 10 p.m. tonight, I will assume it's not saying goodnight, that you're just not going to... You're calling out sick tomorrow.
This man played in the NFL for a long time. He's not showing up.
The only if you get a collect call, pick up.
Yeah,
that's me.
From the county?
That's me.
Yeah.
If it's collect, that's me, pick up.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else, off.
DeMarco, what was your best birthday?
Ever?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a hard one. Well, there's one, like when I was like 12.
What made it good?
Huh?
What made it good?
I got everything I wanted. Like everything. I got the bike.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Transformers. I got everything I wanted plus cash.
Oh,
yeah.
It's hard to beat.
That was a cool one.
Did you have a fun party, too, with that? A theme party?
Everybody came to our house, so everyone came for me, got the cake, got to stand there, blow out the candles. That was a fun one. And then, the birthday ones, it's June, it's summer.
Yeah.
Usually we're in, like, Las Vegas someplace being stupid. Yeah. So, yeah. And this one was fun. This one was a great time.
You and I have the same birthday you have coming up later this year. Like, this is once you're past 21, we're only hitting the big numbers.
Right.
You're hitting 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, maybe 75. But, yeah, you're going.
I mean, you would know.
Wow.
Right. You got to 54 is just like, yeah, congratulations, you made it.
It's another one.
It's LIV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's LIV.
60 will be one. I mean, maybe I'll do something
60's a
for
good
double
one.
nickel. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I was also I found out maybe 2 weeks ago that's why it's called the LIV Tour. For so long, I didn't know why it's called LIV. It's because I play 54 holes.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why it's called LIV.
I had no idea.
I thought they just picked that name out of the air.
That's how little attention I pay to that ridiculous farce of an organization that they have.
I believe it started this day like 2 years ago.
Yeah. It sounds about right. It's a joke. But
explain that to me in football terms.
It would be like if you took of the top 10 football players, let's just do quarterbacks. Okay. You took the 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL. You took 5 of those top 10. You took number 2, 3, 7, 8, and 10. And you started a different league with different rules, and everyone else that was playing over there was like a CFL caliber player.
Yeah, that's poo-poo. Yeah,
we're not doing that. And that's what it is. And the only reason they left is because the money was guaranteed and they didn't have to compete.
Can they come back when it crashes or fails?
That's what they're trying to figure out.
It cannot sustain.
They have Saudi backing and they have a lot of money.
But those guys can still compete in like the Masters.
They can compete in the ones that are not sanctioned by the PGA Tour. If the PGA Tour is the one running it, they are persona non grata. But the PGA Tour doesn't run the Masters. They don't run the PGA Championship. They don't run the U.S. Open, and they don't run the Open Championship. Those they have no jurisdiction over at all. So the people that run those can invite whoever they want.
So
or
I can
qualify.
take the cash, win an LIV Championship, which doesn't matter. I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know the name of a single tournament.
But I can go to the Masters and win it.
If you get the Masters and Invitational, they can invite you to play in the Masters. You can also automatically qualify.
Oh, okay.
Through a series of different events, but they can invite whoever they want. The U.S. Open is open. Anybody can qualify. You just have to qualify for it.
You hate the league, but you understand why guys are playing.
I
That's
understand,
a lot of money.
And I really do understand it if you were, like, not to get too far down this, if you're John Rahm and you're already one of the best players in the world, and you've already put $100 million in the bank, and they say, well, we'll give you $100 million more guaranteed. It's like, to do what? To play in these slip, slap, hit, and giggle things? Now, if I'm a plugger, I'm just some guy, and they're offering me $30 million guaranteed, I got to go.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to get that money anyway.
We're in it for the money and the competition.
Right.
I want to be where the best.
But what if you already had all the money?
I want to be where then I'm in it to compete.
Me too. And that's what that thing broke down.
Makes
on.
sense.
U.S. Open this weekend, Oakmont.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oakmont.
That's a great. I've been to Oakmont.
Have you really?
I did. Yeah.
Where is
Well,
Oakmont?
not to play.
Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Not to play.
Yeah.
But my family is from there, and so we've been to Oakmont. I believe it was for a baby shower or a wedding shower. Or
That's
something
cool.
Like that. They hosted it there, and then also, what's the one outside of Philadelphia?
Well, they're Marion.
Like near Villanova.
I don't know. It might be Marion. There's a handful of those. Not Pine Valley.
No. I got to look it up.
I was about to fall off my chair if she was at Pine Valley.
They golf in Pittsburgh?
Oh, that's where Arnold Palmer's place is.
I thought it was Steeltown.
Yeah.
It was all football and mouthpieces.
That's why they loved Arnold Palmer, because he was kind of from that
he was a
blue
tough
collar.
dude. Okay.
Yeah,
I will say yes.
Never mind that he flew his own airplane.
Right.
But sure.
There are some highfalutin people in Pittsburgh,
Oh,
so don't
okay.
worry. Yeah.
Thought it was all hard hats and whatnot.
They got that too.
Yeah,
Go over to
yeah.
Fox Chapel, where my mom's from.
You know what I'm thinking of. Pittsburgh Hard Hat. You know the movie I'm talking about? We've
All the
talked
Right
about it before.
Moves?
No. Gung Ho.
Gung Ho, my favorite movie. Yes,
Right.
walking out with the hard hats.
The Hard Hat. It's Clint
Yes.
Howard.
There you go.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. John Ireland, Steve Mason, Sedano and Cap, Wednesday, June 11th, live broadcast, and LA versus San Diego. They're having a watch party starting at 12 o'clock at Islands in West Covina. They'll be talking baseball, repping LA Pride, and soaking up the SoCal vibes, all from the Islands at 139 Barranca Avenue. That's in West Covina. LA takes on South South. We'll be enjoying great food, cold drinks all afternoon long. That's Wednesday, 2 days from now, June 11th at Islands Restaurant, fine burgers and drinks.
Probably asked and answered a million times, right? You don't hate the Padres. I know they hate you.
They annoy me,
Yeah.
but they don't. I'm not threatened by the Padres.
Okay, which makes them hate you more.
Look, this is why I love that one New York radio host getting in his feelings so much.
Yeah.
LA doesn't have inferiority complexes very often, and the only time that it occasionally will bubble up is when it's in relation to New York.
Okay, yeah.
LA doesn't. You know what LA people think of San Diego?
They don't.
It's a nice place to go for a weekend.
Or they don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, San Francisco, what do you think? Oh, it's fun. Yeah, it's cool. I like that. People in San Francisco hate LA. People in San Diego hate LA.
Big time.
Yeah, they're little brother. We're big brother in this situation.
Any chance they have? Do you think they'll win a World Series in the next 10 years? Or with this group?
They might.
They might get one.
They're good enough that, yes, it could happen.
Does a Dodger disaster have anything to do with that?
It might. It doesn't have to, but it could.
It could. Okay.
Look, they were one game away from probably taking a similar. The Dodgers had said it last year. The team that gave them by far their greatest challenge were the Padres.
If the Dodgers don't beat them, they probably wind up in the World Series.
The Padres, you know what the Padres were? They're the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
And the Eagles are the Dodgers. The Dodgers,
that makes sense.
You gave us a scare, but once we got past that, we cruised.
That was it.
You were the one team that pushed us a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the series. I like Machado. I have nothing bad to say about Machado. He's fun to watch. He is. I know he's a villain. I get
But
it.
he's not Johnny Hustle.
Sometimes you root for the black hat. Sometimes you root for the bad guy.
And look, I've been here a while. I don't dislike Manny Machado. I dislike him when he's playing against the Dodgers because he's a problem. Because he can beat you.
Because he can hurt you.
Because he can make a bunch of good plays. In that series we were talking about last year, remember the ball that was hit to Freddie and he threw it to second base and Machado kind of curved in front of the middle and caused it to go off his shoulder.
He's a jerk, yeah.
But he's the right jerk if he's on your team. I know he doesn't run hard to first base. Get over it. He's going to hit a bunch of home runs. He's going to make every play defensively. He's a good player. He's kind of a punk. Okay.
True.
Fine.
Yes.
Fine.
Love to beat him, but I don't hate him.
Did you guys see the San Diego plane took a flat tire and then they were playing baseball on the tarmac?
No.
What?
Like caps. Yeah, so their plane got a flat tire, so they're fixing that. Meanwhile, the players are on the tarmac playing bottle cap, with bottle caps.
Kidding.
They're playing like baseball and they're running bases. So they just
that's funny.
With bottle caps?
Have you ever tried to hit a bottle cap?
They're actually trying to hit a bottle cap?
Well, yeah, you see them throwing something.
Yeah.
So a lot of those guys,
with a bat?
Or a stick, or
okay. Yeah.
So a lot of those guys, I've seen. There's a video where this guy is sitting on a bucket. His son is, I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 16, and his dad's kind of like taking a slingshot.
Oh, you showed
with
me
the bottle
this.
caps,
Yeah.
and this kid's got like a broom handle, and he's just pow, pow,
Is that real?
pow. Yes,
That was real? That wasn't AI?
A lot of these guys from Dominican, Puerto Rico, places like that, they'll talk about this is how they learn to hit.
Normal to them, yeah.
Try to hit little things that go like this, and hitting a baseball.
You
is like
can hit
hitting
a bottle cap with a broomstick?
I can't. They can.
Can you? No. I would love to see that live.
Let's try it.
That doesn't even look real. You can't hit a bottle cap with a broomstick.
I can't. Manny Machado probably can. I bet you Shohei Ohtani could do it.
Come on, man. A bottle cap
Judge
with a
could do it.
broomstick. With a
Sure.
little tiny broomstick and a bottle.
Yeah.
Hit it and square it up?
I mean, they're not going to hit it 400 feet,
I'm
but
just saying.
to hit it at all.
Okay, you mean knock it out of the air?
Yeah.
Okay, like a fly swatter.
No, to hit it.
This I got to see.
Yeah.
No.
Google
I don't think that video is real. That can't be real.
It is.
That's like Michael Vick throwing the ball out of the stadium.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
That's fake.
Right.
The LeBron three-quarters, yeah.
Right.
No.
I did find out where the golf course was that I went to in addition to Oakmont was the Marion Golf
That's
Club.
what I said.
Oh.
I didn't know. I heard it,
Yeah.
but I had to look it up and see it because I was like 14.
They have so Marion's got this weird thing instead of flags, the flag that sticks in the hole.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of a flag waving in the wind, they got this goofy ass basket that's there.
A basket?
Yeah, it's a basket.
Like a peach basket?
It's smaller than that, but yeah, think of like a little bird cage like this.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fun story when to get to this
Interesting.
Marion golf course was the first time that my mom let me drive on the highway.
Ooh.
So she was like, "You're gonna drive to Philadelphia today, outside of Philadelphia, and here's your first time on the freeway, basically." So, anyway,
Terrifying.
cool story.
Yeah.
Driving on the freeway for the first time is not cool. Everybody's
What's
going
fun once you get the hang of it?
Once you takes like 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
you're fine, but you realize faster is. It's like riding a bike.
Faster
is better.
Faster is better.
Yeah.
Yes. Get on out there and roll.
Hot and cold coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Ready for a delicious escape? The New Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so enjoy one today. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
Do you know a high school senior who's a true all-star on the field, in the classroom, and in the community? ESPN LA, along with Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC, is proud to present the All-Star Student Program. We're honoring 5 incredible seniors with a $500 scholarship and an exclusive VIP experience at ESPN LA's All-Star Friday night. Nominate your standout student today at ESPNLA.com. ESPN LA All-Star Student, brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region once again. Come see what all the fun is about.
Hey, it's Mace. In tough times, a lot of people find themselves owing money to the IRS. It can really weigh you down, and you're confused about the right way to handle it. And all those scary ads on the radio about the IRS, they don't help. Tax relief advocates want you to relax, knowing that whether you owe $5,000, $50,000, $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS another day. TRA has a proven 3-step tax resolution process, plus they're experts at working with special programs available from the IRS to help taxpayers get back on track. Easy to see why they have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. If you owe money to the IRS and feel trapped, don't lose hope. Tax relief advocates could reduce or even eliminate your debt. End your tax nightmare today. Simply visit TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Again, 800-575-1482.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
If you're in construction, it's time to mark your calendars. Purple Wave Auction is selling Valfair Construction's premium fleet on June 12th. Their transparent process lets you bid with confidence on late model Cat, Volvo, and John Deere equipment located near you. From haul trucks to excavators, they've got your needs covered. Use their set max bid and walk away feature for stress-free bidding. This no reserve auction is a game changer for fleet upgrades. Start exploring at purplewave.com today. Purple Wave, where top tier equipment meets unmatched convenience.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Buenos dias.
Ron Killings is back.
Yeah. So what's hot is actors from Succession. So Sarah Snook, Jeremy Strong, and Kieran Culkin are all halfway to EGOTs. And EGOT is an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony. And it's one of the most prestigious thing you can do as an actor, and typically it's actors, singers, musicians can get this, because last night Sarah Snook got a Tony for her role in Dorian Gray. She played 54 different characters in one play. Wow. It's a one-woman show. She's on stage for 3 hours acting against herself, and it looks incredible. I didn't get a chance to see it. I wish I did, but it looked incredible.
I saw, I think it was, they did a 60-minute story on her.
Yeah.
And they showed some clips of that play. That's she plays 54 different roles in the
And
same play.
she just had a daughter, so she's breastfeeding at the same time. And she did this in Australia, then brought it to the West End and in London, their version of Broadway. She won an Olivier there, which is their version of a Tony. Then she's brought it to Broadway, and she just won a Tony last night in like a landslide. There was no one coming close to her to win it. And so of the Succession children, the Kieran Culkin has won an Oscar.
We need Ferris Bueller's buddy to get in on this.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
What,
Alan
Cam?
Ruck?
Alan Ruck.
Yeah.
So Kieran Culkin won an Oscar and an Emmy. Emmy for Succession, Oscar for Real Pain. Sarah won an Emmy and a Tony. And Jeremy won an Emmy and a Tony as well. So congrats to Succession kids. Rooting for you.
54 different parts, and she's breastfeeding, like you said. Yeah. I'd hate to be her PA, her personal assistant. Oh, my God.
Busy.
Woo! Yes, sir.
Those three actors were like the three people vying for the title of taking over the company in Waco Roystar, whatever it was.
The children of the
And then there was a
CEO.
fourth child that was kind of just not really in it, and he's the one that's not mentioned there.
Yeah. Wow.
Life imitating art.
Oh,
It
my
is.
gosh.
Yeah.
And in the show, it's like because those three are from the most recent wife, not from the original wife, whatever. But anyway, what's cold? It's penguins. Penguins, because a penguin, quote unquote, threw out the first pitch in Chicago for the White Sox. The trainer did the throwing the baseball, but a cute little penguin waddled out there. I think I like a little gimmick of a first pitch.
Penguins are weird. They look like bowling pins. They can't really walk. They can't really
stink,
fly.
too.
Do
Yeah.
they stink?
Oh my God! Go to like the penguin exhibit.
Yeah.
It smells in there. It really does. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a penguin exhibit.
Oh, really?
No, I mean No, I don't think so.
It's cold.
I've seen them like
Water.
in the zoo where like you have like you can go and go
Oh, yeah.
underneath and you see them dive into the
Yeah.
water and out. But I didn't notice that it smelled. They stink, huh?
It smells like fish, like lots of fish.
Because that's mostly what they eat. I'm
And
sure.
feathers and
Where
stuff.
are you on a zoo?
I like zoos.
Do you?
I do. I like to go hang out at the zoo and see things I haven't seen before. I feel bad for the animals
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's kind of where I get. Yeah.
Especially the ones that, kind of mimic human behavior. I feel bad.
Yeah. Like you're talking about like the big apes and things like that.
I feel horrible.
Yeah.
When you go like to see Shamu, you feel bad.
Well, yeah, like you see a rhinoceros in something I don't know about that.
You're
man.
not meant to be in here.
No.
I took Mike to the LA Zoo a while back, and when I got there, I took a picture. I tweeted out, "Hey, I haven't been here since 7th grade." They tweeted back at me, "Hey, welcome back."
The zoo did?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
fun.
Okay, by the way, another zoo story. Did you guys see this? That Ed the zebra escaped the zoo in Tennessee.
Good for him.
And they had to go find him. And when they found Ed the zebra, he had to get airlifted out and then brought back to the zoo.
Wow.
And so,
Did somebody leave a door unlocked?
I don't know. But like,
Like how does a zebra can't jump, can it? Like
Hold on,
I
let me
mean,
see.
and then unsuspecting people in Tennessee are probably just looking up and you see a zebra dangling from a helicopter.
okay.
That would be funny.
Fact check me on this, but
Yeah.
I'm 95% sure this is right. A tiger got loose in Los Angeles. This is probably 10 or 12 years ago. No, it's longer than that because I wasn't working. I was still at Rome.
Okay, a tiger makes sense.
Because they
can
jump
climb,
and they
yeah.
can climb.
Right.
But it got out and was like, I think it was out in Thousand Oaks or Moore Park or something. Like there was a tiger on the loose in
Oh,
Los
my-
Angeles for a couple of days.
Terrifying.
And they
Looks like it was 2005.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you seen those videos?
Can you imagine?
No,
You're
I would
driving
not be
down
in
the
the
street.
area.
You're like, that looks like a tiger, but it obviously can't be a tiger.
It's a
only
tiger.
it was a tiger.
Rah! Where they have like the tiger behind glass, and there's somebody like with its back to it, and it will just run in
Yes.
Terrifying, scary.
Okay, but what I also like is when you have, an orangutan or a gorilla go up to the glass and the woman has a purse and asks her to go through her purse, and he will direct like, no, next one. I want to see something else.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of funny.
See, those are cool. It's the one that sits off to the side, like you can tell is like gone nuts, just bored out of his mind.
You think
Those are
you
the ones
might go nuts if they kept you in a 20 by 20 foot box for the rest of your life? You think
I
maybe
think
that might
so.
affect your mental health a little
I
bit?
think so, right.
You think so?
Those are the ones I want to break
Yeah.
out, yes.
Yeah, hey, look, you, big guy.
Right.
You're in that room forever. That's it. Yeah, I'm going to go crazy too.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
Yeah,
I'll be
no.
the one that lets it out and
Watch
slaps
the
my head off.
zookeeper with big guy, funny guy.
Oh,
Keto
Kevin
Quick,
James. Kevin James, yes.
Or We Bought a Zoo with
yeah,
Matt
there you go.
Damon
Let 'em out.
and
I like that
Scarlett
one.
Johansson. That's a very memeable movie. Like everyone makes fun of We Bought a Zoo, and I don't even really know the impetus
I've
of it.
never
but
seen it.
Oh, really? It's funny.
We Bought a Zoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, right?
Yes, Matt Damon, Scarlett
A
Johansson.
lot of movies.
Tons. I love movies.
Yeah.
Still hasn't seen Sinners. Come on, dude.
I got to have the kid. I can't take the kid.
Well, now it's going to be on streaming. It's now on paid VOD, so you can pay $15 and go see it at home.
I can see it at home. But
MC,
still, she might walk in. I can't watch it there. I have to pause it.
Hover over that pause button.
I just want to get into the movie.
I will tell you that there are 2-3 scenes you'll know way ahead of time that there are people that are enjoying each other's company
we gotta
that
pause
you can pause or boop, boop, boop.
I want to see that. I'm just saying.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold is brought to you by Next Gen, the official AC, heat, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
I took the older one when she was 10 or 11 to see Judge Dredd.
With Stallone?
No, the other one with Carl Urban.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
That's not a Stallone movie?
It was. This was the next one where it was like true to the comic and very gritty.
Oh, okay.
In 2012. Does that sound right?
What's the main character?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban. You know his face.
Carl?
Yeah, Carl Urban. So he plays Dredd, and this is the original Dredd where he never takes off the helmet. Stallone played Dredd, took off the helmet. That ruined everything.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
And the woman who plays Cersei in Game of Thrones is also in it, Lena Headey. And then also Dumal Gleason.
Yes, she's great as the villain. She's seriously evil and twisted.
Did it mess your daughter up?
She still brings it up. She still tells me she has nightmares because of it. So now I'm sensitive to that. Big time.
We all make mistakes. We all show things to kids that you're probably not supposed to.
My mom took us to see The Exorcist. Way before we should have.
Yeah.
This is back in the day. Yeah.
Mine was Jaws.
You saw Jaws?
Yeah.
Mine was Titanic in the drive-in. And then you see the hand on the glass. I'm like, whoa. And then they're like, oh, quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's not even that bad.
Right. But I mean, when you're like,
I walked on the beach yesterday.
Yeah.
Walking down the beach, and there's people surfing, and I'm like, you guys are asking
looking
for it.
for a fin.
You guys are asking for it. I'm just saying that it's out. They're out there.
No doubt.
To this day.
Driving. When was the last time you guys went to drive-in?
Forever. Ever.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah. Used to go all the
I've
time.
I've never been to a drive-in.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
right
now, I
passage.
would imagine there are not many left, right? There can't be many
Is there
left.
one in Paramount?
I know the one I had was in La Puente, right there. The
Oh.
violent night. It was a swap meet, not the swap meet.
gone.
But the screens are there, but I don't think they
You
show
gotta
anything anymore.
go find it. It's out
Well,
there.
speaking of this, so I went to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery thing this past weekend. Saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood there. It's a really great experience if you have the chance to go and see a movie outdoors. Really fun crowd. They have cool drinks and stuff. They had Tom Holland was there giving out free beer because
Spider-Man?
he has so he has a non-alcoholic beer company called Bureau, and he was there handing out
nice.
cans of beer. And so my friends and I went and said, "Thanks, Tom."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is he dating Zendaya?
Yes,
Okay.
he's. I think they're engaged.
I don't get that deep into it. I just know he's Spider-Man.
And he's gonna
Good
be,
for her.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in the next Christopher Nolan movie, The Odyssey.
What's that about?
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey? Oh, wow. And Nolan's doing The Odyssey. This is going to be good. Blood and Guts. Can't take the kid to that one either.
The only movie I know for sure I've seen in a drive-in, I remember I was maybe 6 years old, and my mom and dad took me and my brother, and I'm sure it was one of those things that they're like, we just got to get out of the house. The kids will follow. We had a Datsun station wagon. My brother and I were laying down in the back seat, probably goofing around or whatever. The movie? The Towering Inferno.
You got to be kidding me.
Steve McQueen,
Wow.
O.J. Simpson, like just the weirdest. Remember that movie?
That's a perfect movie for the drive-in.
Yeah.
Right. You don't need to know much. You know what it's about.
Building's on fire. We got to get people
out. That's
I
the
mean,
movie.
Mission Impossible, probably great for a drive-in, too.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yes.
You hang that crappy metal box on your window.
Yeah,
Remember that thing?
would break your windshield.
That was the audio component.
I saw Blackula.
Oh, really?
That was the last movie we saw at the drive-in was Blackula.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, my God.
You're talking about connecting this box. The last time I went, you had to just tune into an AM.
AM.
dial.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no, we had
another
the
way to
thing.
do
You had
it.
to stick
We
on the
had
window.
hang it
Right.
on the
The
window.
metal thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it would almost break it was heavy.
It would break the window.
Yeah, and if
yes.
it was
Bad cheeseburgers, but they were great.
It's a cheeseburger you eat in your car watching a movie. How bad can it be?
Remember that discussion you had about going to the bathroom if you're a boy? So it's either way over there or
over
right there.
Yeah.
On the tire.
Right.
Just be quiet.
Right.
That's what you tell you.
Right.
Just make sure that you're not that no one sees you, just that you're not bothering
Right.
somebody.
Yes.
That's the
They
line.
all know
That's
what
the
you're
line.
doing.
The dump is coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Life changes, people change, people's wiring changes.
People change.
It's true, George.
Seasons change.
That's right. I'd sacrifice tomorrow just to have you here today. Oh, yeah. Don't get me started with Lisa, Cult Jam, and Full Force.
That was expose.
That, too.
Yeah.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
30 years ago, Wu-Tang Clan changed hip-hop forever. Now, it's time for the Final Chamber. Live in Los Angeles, Wu-Tang Clan, together, live on stage, the beginning of their final tour. Crypto.com Arena, June 22nd, with Run the Jewels. Get tickets now at WuTangClan.com. Wu-Tang Forever, the Final Chamber. Produced by AEG Presents.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Teams are battling for the championship, and there's no better place to get in on the intensity than ESPN Bet. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ, that's JOEQ, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco show on this Monday. I know what you're thinking. I forgot DeMarco Farr's birthday today. And you're right, I did at first. So that's why I'm saying happy birthday, DeMarco, now to our Rams Super Bowl champion and all-around fun guy. Yeah, fun guy. And DeMarco, I'll make it up to you tomorrow on Live Imaging Tuesday. We'll have some fun. We'll have some real fun, buddy.
I want all of you to enjoy your cake. So, enjoy. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, DeMarco. And right now, it's time for the final segment of the show. It's time for the dump on the Travis and DeMarco show on this Monday on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Thank you, CM. Am I Hyman Roth? I'm Hyman Roth. That's who I am. I'm that guy.
How much cake are you going to take down today?
Man, they bought me I love carrot cake.
Me too.
And they asked me, what kind of cake do you want? I said carrot cake.
Yeah.
And we're going to have
Good
that
choice.
on my birthday. So,
okay.
And it's huge, circular, huge. Like
cream cheese frosting.
Yeah, the whole night. It's like the worst
raisins,
carrot cake you can
yes
have.
or no?
You know, sometimes it depends.
Okay.
If I'm there and I don't notice them,
yeah,
great. But if they're hard and just not right,
but you choose to not have them.
Yeah, I like the cake and the frosting, and here we go.
What about walnuts?
Depends.
Okay.
Don't overdose on the walnuts, but don't mind if they're there.
I like all the stuff.
I don't mind. Carrot cake is always on my list. It's a yes. I've never turned down carrot cake. Yes.
Brian Windhorst on SportsCenter said that there's mutual interest between the New York Knicks and the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Jason Kidd.
Doesn't that fit to you?
It does.
Played in New Jersey. He's got name recognition.
He's a good coach,
a
too.
guy that Jalen Brunson and Cat might listen to and respect.
Mm-hmm.
I think he may listen to his players a little bit more than Thibs or Tibbs. How are you saying
Tom.
Thibodeau? Tom.
I think it's Tibbs, but Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Yeah.
A little bit more. I mean, you may have a little more player input with Jason Kidd. It seems like a fit, doesn't it? It works
does.
for New York.
It's
got some sizzle.
For lack of a better way, it passes the eye test.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, yeah, okay, Jason Kidd, coach of the Knicks, sure. But the bar's kind of high. Like they've been good under Thibodeau. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They've got 2 really good players. You know, Jalen Brunson is an excellent player. Cat is really close to an excellent player if he's not.
Right.
The bar is you got to get further than the last guy, and that means the finals. That's a high bar.
So if I'm Jason Kidd, I'm saying you're going to have to pay me for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm putting my reputation on the line. Because if we go backwards, it's going to be my fault.
Yeah, well, they have to trade for him. He's under contract with the Mavs.
Then we're going to have to, make this up on the back end because this. If you're Jason Kidd, would you actually take this job? Is it better than what you have now?
Well, okay. First of all, here's the first thing I need to know is how good do I think Cooper Flagg might be? If Cooper Flagg is the best version of what we hope he might be, I might stay and sign up for that.
The team might be better in Dallas.
And I might have super, super special. If Flagg is as good, like if he's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. He hasn't played in the league yet. But if he's a 10 out of 10, those don't come around very often.
No. I mean, you could do it like Hurley. You could have interest and make Dallas pay you more.
Could be.
I would want to stay in Dallas if I'm him. I wouldn't want to go to New York. That's hard.
Just because of the New York environment?
You can't win unless you win a championship.
Yeah.
Anything less,
Had they been spinning their wheels for a few years and had been mediocre, then
take the gig. Right.
I'm with you on that. Let's do some birthdays here. Johnny Depp. And you share a birthday, DeMarco. Johnny Depp turns 62 years old today.
We have the same birthday?
You and Johnny Depp.
I did not know that. I thought Prince and I had the same birthday.
Oh, Prince is not on this list. I don't know if he's to Prince's birthday or not.
My whole life, I have operated on me and Prince have the same birthday.
Okay.
But me and Johnny Depp share a birthday. That's awesome.
I got a couple more for you.
Where are you on Johnny Depp, by the way? In or out?
Out.
You're out on Depp. Okay.
Yeah, he's a little fancy for me.
It's the Sauvage, right?
Yeah,
I knew it.
But now one of the great underrated gangster movies of all time is Donnie Brasco, and he's terrific. In
Donnie Brasco and Black Mass. When he plays
Whitey Bulger. Plays Whitey Bulger. I haven't seen that one.
He is terrifying.
He was great in Donnie Brasco.
Yes.
And Donnie Brasco is a great gangster movie because Al Pacino plays a loser.
Yes.
And he very rarely plays a
loser.
Not
the boss.
Right. He was kind of a sad sack, pathetic chump.
A bum of a button man.
He's also great as Willy Wonka.
It's true. What was the line?
She's trolling me.
Mad.
Gene Wilder is Willy Wonka.
Of course.
It's true.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gene Wilder gets Willy Wonka treatment.
And Christopher Reeve is Superman.
Right.
Right there with
Okay,
you. Roger Moore is Bond.
I was going to put this
kind of sucks as Bond, but you're right.
Okay.
I was going to put this in factor cap, but so behind the scenes of this, the Tonys, the big best actress in a musical was between Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls and Audra McDonald, who has won the most Tonys of anybody of all time. Audra McDonald, I think, should have won, but she was playing Mama Rose. Mama Rose is a character that has been played by multiple people. A lot of very historic, great women in Broadway history have played
Hamlet?
Mama. Yeah, exactly. But Audra is amazing, and she did an amazing job at this. But do you give it to the Tony voters were like, oh, we've seen a Mama Rose before, we're gonna do someone else. But people are like, oh, I only have one Mama Rose to ever think of. You have one Willy Wonka you ever think of. People have one Batman they think of. It's the first
West.
Batman you thought of.
Adam West is Batman, right?
Oh, no.
Christian Bale's for me.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton
is Batman. Yeah, Adam West
George
was
Clooney for me.
He always did this in Batman.
It was purposely ridiculous.
No, he would make his fingers when he was thinking, Robin, we have to do this. Yeah. That always bothered me.
He's working through his problems. He's working through his stuff. You also share a birthday with Natalie Portman, who turns 44 years old today.
Did not know that either.
Yeah.
Okay. Padme. Yes.
Padme.
Oh, yeah. Padme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the movie with Clive Owen where she stepped out of her...
Oh, with Julia Roberts, Clive Owen.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. She played a stripper.
A stripper in that. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was a good movie.
I can't remember the name, but it wow. Poof. Yes.
You share a birthday with Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Another guy. I had no idea we have the same birthday.
The movie is Closer.
Closer. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
I share a birthday with Michael J. Fox.
Yep.
I am birthday mates with Teen Wolf. Did not know this. Yes.
Great movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Have you seen the documentary?
No.
Oh,
Teen
dude,
Wolf?
it's good. No, not the Teen Wolf. The Michael J. Fox documentary.
Oh, yes.
God, I wish there was a documentary on Teen Wolf. I'd go home and watch it today.
Where can I find it? Yes.
And Michael J. Fox was talking about his Parkinson's and living with Parkinson's, and our coworker at ESPN, our friend in LA, Bill Plaschke, had an article today talking about how he has been living with Parkinson's for 4 years now, and that he's been doing these boxing to help deal with the disease as it goes on, and just best wishes to Bill.
Indeed. Bill's a good dude. Feel well, Bill.
Did she
Bill Plaschke.
do him with boxing?
Yeah, I think it's one of those you want to stay active kind of things.
Oh, like
This
exercise.
is a boxing class specifically for people with Parkinson's disease to help combat the disease.
Oh, I'm like, if you're out there taking punches to the head, that's
No,
it's just
He's
like
just
the-
training. I got you.
Just training.
Got you. Well, one more thing about Teen Wolf. What was the funniest part of that movie for you?
Easy question.
Please tell
for
me
to
it's the same
answer.
one. Go ahead.
When the guy is standing underneath the basket when Marty's shooting the game-winning free throws, like it's think of like a technical foul situation. So
yes.
they clear the lane.
The bad guy.
Except for they let the bad guy stand right underneath the basket. Like, in what basketball league is that guy allowed to stand right there?
Dylan Brooks staring you down.
Yeah. Like, what was yours?
The dad, when the dad turned.
Oh,
and
when he opens the door?
And he looked like a teddy bear.
He looked like one of the Ewoks from Star Wars. He did.
Sure did.
It looked ridiculous.
Oh, my God, it was great. Okay.
By the way, the basketball coach in Teen Wolf is great, too. The guy who gives zero, you know what?
I don't remember him.
Oh,
Let me
he's
look him up. Okay.
He's got like 3 rules. One of them is never get less than 14 hours of sleep a day. Never play poker with a guy who's got the first name of a city. And then there was a third one.
Let me look him up.
Not a great movie. You know, there's a Teen Wolf 2.
Yes.
Do you know who played the wolf?
It was the Bateman, right?
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Yes, I do remember that.
Indeed. Did you say Rap M?
Oh, yeah, because John's here.
All right, I see John.
Hey,
John can participate in
what's
the dub,
up?
too. Today's 2 big Laker anniversaries, Ireland. Did you know that?
Well, I know the I know the Magic Johnson hook shot.
That one, and in '85, the Lakers beat the Celtics in Game 6. That was the first Laker.
The breakthrough game.
The breakthrough.
When they finally got the Celtics off their backs.
Okay, so settle this. Was it the junior skyhook or was it the baby skyhook?
I've always heard baby sky.
That's what we thought.
Me too.
Yes.
I am literally just pulling it from ESPN.
No, she pulled it off of, this day in history, and it was junior skyhook.
Junior skyhook.
It could be a Mandela effect. I think Emily might be right. That's just, but we all remember it as the baby skyhook.
Baby hook, yes. Because that's my game when I play basketball. Baby hook.
Well, you create a little space with the the posterior.
It's the hook where you don't jump.
The fact that he's wider than me and you put together.
Right, you can't get to it.
Super Crosstalk's coming up next.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland, today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
By the way, I was mobbed by listeners when I walked over to LA Live. So many people listening to the show. Just fans of the show.
Oh, okay.
So I was mobbed. Both of these guys listen. To me, that's a mob.
Somebody yelled at you at Slay?
That's true. He stood up at Slay and said, I'm a P1.
God bless you, sir.
God bless that guy.
OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Thanks, Dad, for all the wisdom you've passed down to me that I promised to start using. Someday. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Father's Day freebie. Dads get a slick mechanical pencil free on Father's Day.
Number 2.
Billy Gardell, live July 12th.
And the number 1 reason.
Extreme gift giveaway. Get an HD Eternal drone when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 17th.
Morongo, good times.
Do you know a high school senior who's a true all-star on the field, in the classroom, and in the community? ESPN LA, along with Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC, is proud to present the All-Star Student Program. We're honoring 5 incredible seniors with a $500 scholarship and an exclusive VIP experience at ESPN LA's All-Star Friday Night. Nominate your standout student today at ESPNLA.com. Brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region, 13 years in a row in California once again.
The biggest event of the summer is coming to Honda Center. Saturday, June 28th. Most Valuable Promotions presents global boxing star Jake Paul on his path to becoming world champion. Taking on Mexico's former world champion, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. In the co-main event, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez defends his world titles against Cuba's knockout artist, Yuniel Dorticos. Former boxing and UFC champ Holly Holm returns, live from the Honda Center on Saturday, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K2560X 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Soper Crosstalk.
Is
right
on cue.
Alan and I getting a little Oakmont preview here, going through the
like it.
Is
Wikipedia page.
Oakmont's in Pennsylvania,
Pittsburgh.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Emily, who by the way is, have you ever played?
No,
Oakmont?
I've
Emily's
been to. What's the one in Michigan? I've played the one in Michigan where Johnny Miller shot the 62 outside of Detroit.
Yeah.
But that's not Oakmont.
No,
Yeah.
Oakmont is in Pittsburgh, and the grass
Oakmont
is
was Arnold
waist
Palmer's
high.
home course,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. DeMarco thought they only made steel in Pittsburgh Steelers there.
I just didn't think golf and Pittsburgh went
no,
together.
it doesn't
Yeah.
sound like it
So
goes
here's
together.
okay. This is my golf take. Ready?
Yeah.
I saw Phil Mickelson hit that ball over
Oh,
his head.
man, what a
and
shot.
Bananas.
chipped in was
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Bananas.
That's the extent of my golf.
Yeah, that's
knowledge.
like a
Is
globetrotter
that like a
thing. Yeah, but he was able to do it is pretty crazy.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. What was in your teeth?
Oh, yeah. What, did you get it out?
dental floss.
It
Dental
was-
Wait,
Well,
floss.
but did you end up
Dental
going to
floss.
the dentist
I
for it?
went to the dentist, and and by the way, I got nitrous before you went in and dug out the dental floss.
Good for you.
Yes.
You're
Wow.
that sensitive.
I'm a
Did you
very
s-
sensitive person.
Did you
yes.
see it? How big was it?
Oh, it's tiny. It was little tiny.
little
She
tiny thing.
Held it out with like a pair of tweezers. I'm like, that's the thing.
How long
and it
were you
was
in the
driving
chair
me
for?
Crazy.
30 seconds?
Yeah, a very short
Okay.
period of time. Very short period of time.
Pain involved or just annoying?
None whatsoever.
Just annoying. You could just feel it
the
there.
living hell out
I
of
was
me.
because when we left on Friday, you said that you were going in.
And
'cause
you went to the
I
dentist.
did, and so I was thinking, I don't think there's anything in his teeth because I'd been through that
Yeah, I know.
before, and I'm thinking,
Nope, it
at
was
least
there.
you're not going crazy.
Little tiny-
That's good news.
So it's DeMarco, it's your birthday, right?
It's my birthday.
Say it's your How old are you today?
54.
Oh, you're a youngster.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what birthday plans are happening in the life of DeMarco?
We rocked out all weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So
What does that mean? What does rocking out consist
We had
of for you?
bratwurst. We barbecued.
Nice.
Tonight there's a band I know I'm going to go play at this saloon in Hermosa.
You're going to go play.
Yeah. What's the name of the band again?
Offspring.
The Offspring. They
Wait,
do an
you're
Offspring
playing
set.
in the band?
No, I'm going to go see them.
Oh,
They do
okay.
an Offspring set, and it's
Okay.
guys that look like us doing
Oh,
Offspring
okay.
music.
Cool.
Yeah, and they rock out. So
Nice.
that's sort of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
You left out the part where
What?
you had 11% beers.
Okay, why is this a thing? Do I have an issue? Like it's just beer.
Well, there's beer, and then there's 11% beer. Like a can of Coors is like 4%. So
Okay.
an 11% beer is like drinking 3 of those
And then
in
in,
one can.
in like places like Utah, it's 3.2.
Right? Yeah, 3.2
Okay.
beer. That's bad news.
Maybe I have a hell of a tolerance. I don't
no,
know.
I'm impressed.
It's so. What is 11% beer? Is some
It's
beer
so-
just has more alcohol than
Yeah,
others?
he gave me like
Yeah.
some Belgian dark something,
Oh, okay.
11.3%.
Not
and-
all beer is created the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He's drinking.
And Travis
motor
was
oil.
impressed. I thought it's
super impressed.
just beer. Yeah.
Speaking of drinking, so I went drinking Friday night. I had exactly 3 drinks. Ended up at home on the bathroom floor, retching.
What did you have?
What'd you have?
I had a bourbon drink.
Okay.
I think it was like an amaretto sour. They
Okay.
had a special.
Okay.
Then I had a rum something or other.
Okay.
Nixon.
Then
Oh, you mixed. Yeah.
I went to an old fashioned.
Oh God.
Yeah, you
Did
did-
you eat?
No.
No. There you go.
So I went
Straight gas in the
I
bloodstream.
Went bourbon, rum, bourbon.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Bergman says that's enough to make you unbelievably sick. Is it?
Well, if you mix, yeah, I can't mix.
See,
if I do like
What?
do a,
Drinks.
if I drink tequila and then switch to vodka and then go to
think they
whiskey, good night.
But if you
Yeah.
okay, if I give you a margarita, a martini, and a beer, you wouldn't get sick, would you?
No.
Possibly.
Really?
I
really
can't.
think
I can't
possibly?
mix. I think that's what did you.
Yeah, I would not get
I gotta
sick on
pick.
that.
I gotta pick a lane, and as long as I stay in it for the night, I'm good.
Well, I'm parked.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
I am done.
So
for,
how does this-
For a
you-
while, I'm done with alcohol.
You getting the room spins? Are you
Oh,
getting
the
the?
room spins? The literally on the bathroom floor. It was unbelievable. And I thought I've only had 3. Now it's
Good for
crossfade,
you.
of course.
that was my very
see,
next
that might be
question.
the
That's
difference.
the
Yeah,
issue.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done this lots of times before. It never
It's-
wound up on the floor retching.
The crossfade, the mix, all together.
Crossfade,
Did you
mix.
smoke more than you usually do?
No, same
Same
usual.
amount.
The usual amount.
Okay, the usual amount.
Yeah, the usual
3
amount.
drinks would not make me sick.
Yeah,
No.
Even if they were 3
It was
wildly
very weird,
different
and they
things.
were delicious drinks.
But if you went,
I mean, they
everything
sound
else,
like
they
good
were-
that's
choices.
3 different directions though. That's all meeting
Last
in your
thing,
brain.
last
That's
thing.
bad. Yeah.
Could it have been one of those drinks had absinthe?
Oh, well, there
Could
you go.
I have absinthe poisoning, be allergic to absinthe? I don't think I've ever had it.
Wait, but isn't absinthe in a what was your third drink?
They put it in the rum drink.
Okay, but I
the
think
third drink was an old fashioned.
Yeah, like you can put it in other drinks.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's the one that made Vincent Van Gogh cut his ear off.
It's not real absinthe.
Well, maybe we
right?
shouldn't pour that in any drinks.
It's not real absinthe.
It's not real.
No.
Real absinthe is what they
Tell them
drink.
your story.
It's like
Going
the
to
Moulin
Prague.
Rouge and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, we went to Prague with the NFL, the Berlin Thunder. We had the day off, so the players went to Prague. I went with them, and we had the real absinthe.
Now
and
they
had
call
to burn
that
the sugar.
They call that chasing the green ferry. Is that
Something
what it's
like
called?
that.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
But that
yeah.
train ride back from Prague all the way back to Berlin was wild.
Oh, I bet.
Were you tripping the whole time?
The whole time. Like, things are moving. It's like you get the desired result. I see why people like it.
I'd like to have a drink. I'll have an edible here and there.
Yep.
But the idea of something that makes me hallucinate is a hard no.
Yeah.
That's
You won't be trying LSD this
that is
weekend?
a hard no.
He never did shrooms.
Never.
Never did what used to be ecstasy and
No.
now is Molly.
No. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, MDMA.
I didn't know that.
It's the same substance.
Different
It's
name.
just
Yeah.
refined a little bit better.
Hot, Riz.
Yeah. Hot Riz.
Right.
Molly.
Different name, same
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Never. What about you, Molly?
College was fun. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. College was a whole lot of fun.
College was
Yeah.
fun.
Did you ever have any other hallucinated mushrooms or anything like that?
College was great.
Yeah, we did shrooms at my fraternity house. Yeah.
Yeah.
John, you and I line up on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You've never done any of it.
No, not that extreme.
Never just one tab of acid.
Nope.
No.
By the way, I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just heard that. I think I heard that in the movie Less Than Zero. I don't know what a tab of acid
The
is.
1980s anti-drug
Wait,
campaign of
the
just
odds
say
of,
no.
The odds of the movie Less Than Zero
Yeah.
coming up today were pretty small.
My God, that
It
was
worked
scared
on me.
straight.
Yeah.
Jamie
Yes.
Gertz, who's now married to the owner of the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, wow.
Tony,
Really?
Tony
You're
Wrestler.
kidding me.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. before he was a big star.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both in
Wasn't
that
James
movie.
Spader in that
James
movie?
Spader
too?
was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plays a good bad guy, too. When's the last time you guys been to a drive-in movie?
It's been since I was growing up.
Since you're
Probably.
growing up.
I don't think
Okay.
I've been
Years.
to one in
Years.
California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to one tonight?
No, we were just talking about drive-ins, and like it was a big part of my childhood,
Big
and then
part
it
of
wasn't.
mine, too.
Are there any left?
There's one.
They
I think
used to do at the Hollywood Cemetery. They used to do.
And
a-
went to that this
and
weekend.
do
I went to, they still do
do
that,
it?
but it's not driving because they don't drive my car in. I sit outside and watch a movie outside.
Right.
Is it worth doing?
Oh, I loved it. It was so fun. It was a great experience.
What was the movie?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I wouldn't
that's a
suggest
good movie to do
doing
it.
a first-time watch of a movie there, but if it's a movie you like, go see it again there.
The first movie I ever saw, I was in a drive-in.
Me
I
too.
was at a drive-in. It was
Me too.
My mom and dad took us to see Planet of the Apes.
Oh, and the drive-in.
Scared the living hell out of me, but I remember that. And we used to go to the drive-in. We had like 4 drive-ins, and we'd go see every single movie.
You stay all day?
Every single week. No, my dad.
Oh,
my
okay.
dad went through this stretch where he's like, "Let's go to the drive-in," and so we were at the drive-in all the time.
It's funny you say that because you know, like when you go back, you think about when you were a little kid, like 4, 5, 6 years old. You have little pockets of memories. You don't have like full days, but you remember little things here and there. I have a vivid recollection of going to a drive-in movie with my brother. I was maybe 5 or 6, so he was 3 or 4. And we went to see The Towering Inferno with my parents.
It's like 1970.
Isn't OJ in The Towering Inferno?
OJ, Steve McQueen, Charlton Heston. Like it's a weird cast.
The
but
perfect movie for a drive-in.
It was like it was like when disaster movies were big because there was Poseidon Adventure.
Poseidon
and then,
Adventure.
Then
All
it
those
was like
airport movies.
Yes.
Airport.
Yes.
And then they
Remember, you
decided-
could go see those movies like Poseidon Adventure and Earthquake in Sense Around.
Sense
And
Around.
your
Exactly.
chair would shake.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh yeah, you never
What
saw
was that?
Sense Around?
No.
Stupid. It's basically like going on a ride at Disneyland. So while the earthquake was happening, your chair would shake.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well, if you go over to the Regal right here, they've got something called 5K, which they spray water at you and your chair moves. It's like, I only need 4Ks.
I'm cool except for the water.
The 5K.
What's the 5th K?
The 5K is your chair shaking.
Yeah.
I always bring this up with Mason, and for my money, this has died. He insists to me that it has not. But I thought that 3D was a big flash in the pan.
Never worked for me.
Every
Yeah.
movie is in 3D.
Like
every movie.
Right now, if I go to
shot for
Regal,
3D.
there's a 3D theater.
Oh, you
in
mean a
there?
3D option for every movie?
I know How to Train Your Dragon's opening
It's
3D
mostly
on Friday.
kids movies.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's Lilo and Stitch.
I did it one time and I hated it.
Yeah,
I don't like it either.
God, it was
It's
so
more work.
stupid.
It's
I
distracting.
think it's awesome. I think some of the Marvel stuff. I think Avatar was
It
great.
feels-
Everybody was like saying, "This is going to be the next thing. Get on board. Get on board."
There's been
No.
exactly one thing that was the next big thing that was the next big thing. High definition television.
Yeah.
That
That,
works.
that was the thing
Yeah.
that showed up. You're like, I need to have that. I need to buy it today.
Now, but what about? Do you have anything in 4K?
No.
No.
Yeah. Now they're saying that's what we all need next. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I have it in 4K. My Blu-ray player and my TV is 4K compatible. It makes a huge difference. Like,
Really?
I have old movies. I have like The Wizard of Oz in 4K UHD, which is the highest level of this.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's so good.
Really?
Yeah. Highly recommend.
Is it the jump? And you might not be old enough to
It's
remember.
not the same kind of jump, but it is.
So if you ever want to know, like we have an advertiser, Mere Audio Video in Westwood. Isaac and his son Roy run that place. If you ever want to see like the difference in viewing experiences, just go to their showroom. They've got everything, and they can say, okay, here's HD, and they walk you into the next room. Here's 4K. Here's 4K on a Sony. Here's 4K on a Bang & Olufsen.
Yeah.
Here's, like they've got everything.
Right.
But so when you put them right next to each other, you can tell the difference. But standard def to high def was the only thing that I didn't need to see it next to
Well, think
anything
about this,
else.
though, Trav. Our whole childhood, growing up, no HD TV, and we still like when we watched the Rams play the Steelers in the Super
was
Bowl.
great.
There was no such thing as
Yeah.
HD.
You know what's weird about it too is if you go back and you look at old games and old events and old newsreels and stuff. Now the format
The bars.
doesn't
You get the
fit
bars on the
anymore.
side.
You get the bars on
Yeah.
the side because it doesn't fit into the 4K.
The Towering Inferno was 1974.
Yep.
Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, Faye Dunaway, William Holden, Fred Astaire.
That was basically
Wow.
major.
Well, that's
major
Emily,
star.
the way I found out about the Hollywood Cemetery movies was there's a very bad Gary Marshall movie. I like Gary Marshall. I think he did great movies called Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, that's a terrible.
It's an awful movie, but the cast is insane. The cast is like Jennifer Garner, Jamie Foxx, Jessica Biel,
Julia
Swift.
Roberts, Anne Hathaway, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, everybody. Everybody who's anybody. And he has another one that's
Jessica Alba.
I think it's
Yeah.
New
Emma
Year's
Roberts.
Eve.
New
the
Year's
movie,
Eve is
right?
the other one.
Oh.
New Year's Eve is
Michelle-
worse than Valentine's
Michelle
Day,
Pfeiffer, Zac
and it has an
Efron,
even better cast.
Robert De Niro, Hilary Swank,
Did you say graveyard movies?
Halle
where
Berry.
Emily
Oh,
went
where
to the
she
movie,
went. Oh,
she goes
okay.
to a cemetery.
Oh, I
you
thought
go
that
to
was
the
a term.
Hollywood Cemetery,
Wow.
and so you feel like you're in a graveyard.
Yeah,
in the
they got
graveyard.
all the famous people buried there. Like, who's the famous people buried? Isn't
Marilyn.
Marilyn Monroe buried there? Yeah.
So the Google, when I put in Valentine's Day, the one you're talking about, John, then it'll give you those prompts underneath it, other
Yeah.
questions. And one of them is Valentine's Day movie worth watching? The response, it's a catastrophe.
Yeah.
So it's that bad?
So you're not
But
far off.
what you are blown away by in both Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve, which are basically the same movie, just around a different holiday,
Yeah.
is the movies are, I cannot overstate how bad these movies are, but the cast is so good that you're just waiting to see who pops up next. I mean,
That's the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's it's like because they all wanted to work with Gary Marshall because
Yeah.
he had done Pretty Woman
Sure.
and League of Their Own and all that stuff.
So-
by the way, Em, you'll know this, but wasn't Taylor Swift in one of those New Year's Eve?
Yeah, she was on Valentine's Day with Taylor
Lautner, who
Right.
she was dating.
By the way, coming
And
this
then
summer,
went and wrote 6 songs about him.
coming this summer from Gary Marshall, 4th of July.
Wow.
That's the latest.
Arbor Day.
Well, no, there is
Spring break.
no, there is a 4th of July movie, Independence
Oh,
Day.
Independence Day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is it like he's just not that into you? That movie, kind of where you got to just a
Except
heavy
that
hitters?
movie's watchable.
It's barely
In this
watchable.
one, it's
my
like-
guy Kevin Conley's in that movie.
It's like a bunch
Yeah.
of different couples meeting up and you're
Jennifer
cutting
Connelly's
between
in
the
that movie.
couples. and all
That's
that
the game changer for you.
that's-
Always is the game changer
yeah.
for me.
See how his voice changes?
Big fan. She's a
Well,
talented, and lovely actor.
And Jennifer Connelly was one of those people that looked like an adult woman when she was a teenager.
This is true.
So she's been a huge star ever since she was 14.
I like her.
Inventing
What's
the
her
Abbotts.
best acting, though?
Inventing the Abbotts.
Inventing the Abbotts is what you want to go see.
Best
Trav,
acting.
you've seen that, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have.
When you talk about being an actor.
When Billy Crudup pulls off one of the great trifectas of
Boom,
all
boom,
time,
and bang.
slept with all 3 of the Abbotts.
Yeah.
Slept with Jennifer Going, Liv
Yes.
Tyler, and Jennifer Conley.
I'm blanking on that. Russell Crowe. He's got schizophrenia.
Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind. She's very good in
Did you
that.
ever see Requiem for a Dream?
No. No.
It's good. Or
It's great. Has anybody ever seen it?
I don't do period pieces typically.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Is it Robert Downey Jr. too?
It's her.
I remember that.
Help me. It's her. It's Ellen Burstyn. The movie Requiem for a Dream. It's Darren Aronofsky. It's Jennifer
movie.
Connelly's.
Okay.
Connelly's.
I've never
fantastic.
seen it, but I'm sure it is.
Oh my god! I can't believe
Jennifer
I'm the only one
Connelly.
that's
Well,
seen it.
and
Jared Leto.
Well,
as
the
you
interesting
said.
thing about he's just not that into you
Yeah.
is Jennifer Connelly's the one who gets cheated on.
Yeah, with
Bradley
Scarlett
Cooper-
Johansson.
yeah.
How
Bradley
dare you.
Cooper is married to Jennifer Connelly, and he cheats on her with Scarlett
He's not
Johansson.
a good guy in that movie. He's